Right, we should be live. Hello, guys. Make sure, can someone in the chat let me know that we are live? But we are back from Australia, back from the international break, and we are back for another Liverpool game. This is Manchester City versus Liverpool in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Anyone in the chat, please just let me know if we're live. Unfortunately, it is just me today, but this is the Denty channel, so we might as well start with the main attraction. Kieran is away in America, and Ronnie is in Australia. So we're all over the globe. This Denty family is massive, and you guys are as well. I can see people in the chat who are already Denty family members. We've got Robbie in the chat. Unfortunately, he's not going to be here. He's chasing a tiger. Okay, good luck to you. But he's got 3-2 Liverpool, Ekatike to score. UK Don is in the chat. Good afternoon, family. Hey, yes, you are live. Perfect, UK Don. Thank you for that. UK Don, let me know as well what the score is going to be and who's going to score, because you are always on the money, so we might have to put a cheeky bet on. Are we feeling confident as well? Liverpool versus Manchester City. It's been a long time since we've played. It's felt like ages since I've been in one of these videos because I wasn't here for the Brighton game, which Kieran did the live by himself. Can someone let me know if you lot were happy with Kieran's performance by himself? I mean, it was an awful game to watch. The 2-1 Brighton, so it could be debatable. Oh, I've got food. Thank you. I got food delivered to me as well. Whether Kieran did a good job by himself. These are like chicken prawn things as well. I'm not even sure. See, this is what happens when you're not staying at Kieran's place. That I actually get food already. We don't have to wait halfway through the chat for food to be delivered. I think we had to get a load of super chats in last time to provide food and heating. But he should be alright because he's in America. I wasn't in the Galatasaray video either. The one that we won 4-0. And I don't know what happened there either. Kieran was meant to go live with the others in Australia. I think he had issues. It was quite hard to do it out in Australia because the connection, we don't have the strong setup like we had before. Like I've got the PC. We're on TikTok here as well. So we didn't have a proper setup. Also, we were recording like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So having a whole day at the beach, then getting up to do this. As much as I love it, it was a lot harder as well. So, but we wanted to keep them going for you because we were going to watch the games anyway. We love it. We love this community. So, yeah, let me know what you think. But if anyone's wondering, had a good time in Oz. Been back for about a week now. And I'm ready to watch a Liverpool masterclass performance. Ashley's got 2-1 Liverpool win. Okay, I like it. UK Don, Mike Oliver is the referee, and I'm still thinking. Fair enough. That's a... Yeah. To be fair, any referee that you say to me, none of them I'm like, okay, we've got a good performance tonight. I think they're all as bad as each other. This might be the worst state of refereeing that's ever been in English football anyway. European football, they're not too bad. I know it goes against English football, but we get foreign managers, we get foreign players. At this stage, why do we not just get foreign referees? Because these English ones anyway, whether it's them or the way they're being told to referee games, it's totally wrong. Oh, this is the City team. I haven't seen their one yet. Trafford in goal, Nunez at right back and O'Reilly left back, who scored a brace in the League Cup final. Great performance for him. Gay still stings that he's not a Liverpool player, and that quick centre half at the back. I actually missed the rest. It went so quick. And the Liverpool team, anyway, I'm very happy with. Cody Gakpo's on the bench, McAllister's on the bench, Robbo's on the bench, but Salah starts. This is the first game or live stream of the Mohamed Salah farewell tour. This is the start of an end, unfortunately, that he has announced that he's leaving Liverpool. I was going to make a video for it, but from when I came back, the news happened. Like a lot's gone on, so I'm gonna be doing videos a lot more consistently. Whether it's the shorts, whether it's the lives, whether it's just videos for you guys, really elevate this channel a bit more because I think since I've been on holiday, it's been a bit subpar. It's not good enough. We should be doing more for you guys. I want to be doing more. I want to be able to grow this channel big, or big enough where I used to do it full time for you lot. So yeah, that's the goal. So anything that helps, whether it's people joining the membership, which is amazing, whether it's people just putting in super chats, whether it's just people showing in and week out, game in and game out, it just means a lot. This they're just showing the midfield: Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Semenyo, Cherky, and Doku, I think that was, and Haaland up top. So they've gone full strength as well as us. Someone on, who was that? Lucas goes, what do you think the score will be? I'm going to go through our team. Mamardashvili, Gomez, Kanate, Van Dijk, Kerkez, midfield 2, Gravenberch and Curtis Jones gets the start, which I'm quite happy to see. Dom and Verts in midfield, and then up top Salah and Ekatike. Both extremely strong lineups. I'm going to go for the score. It's at the Etihad as well. I don't mind a 2-1. Who said that? Ashley, I don't mind a 2-1. I think I'll say 2-1 Liverpool. This is Liverpool's one I'm going to go with. You can't go into these not confident. Or not confident. Not optimistic anyway. We need, I need that feeling back. Arne Slot's on the screen now. My biggest issue with him currently is what Jurgen Klopp said when he first came into the door, that he wants to turn us from doubters into believers. And he's done exactly that. I went into that semi-final against Barcelona at Anfield, 4-0, 3-0 down, still believing we could get through to the final. And with the 97 points, 99 points, league titles, Champions League trophies, cup finals, he's managed to make me believe, Jurgen Klopp, that Liverpool can beat any team in the world at any day. We can win all the major competitions. You're not always going to do it, but we can at least compete. And we won the league last year with Arne Slot. So there's a lot of credit in the bank. And I think a lot of fans are still very quick to say he's not the guy. He's got to go. And some things are valid. I think the football's a lot more boring than what it used to be. But there's other things like he doesn't know what he's doing. We know that's a lie. He made tactical tweaks to Jurgen Klopp's team that didn't win the league for about 2 years prior and made them win the league with Gravenberch as a CDM, put Cody Gakpo back on the left, not centre forward, and made Trent an actual right back again instead of Verton into midfield. So he's not a complete idiot. My biggest issue with Arne Slot is he's made me, as a fan, turn this Liverpool team from believers into slightly doubt. I go into games now doubting that we will win. I wouldn't be shocked if we don't win this. And going to the Etihad any time of the year, league game, cup game, whatever, is always difficult, even under Jurgen Klopp's side. But I've just lost that inner belief in this team that when it gets tough, we go 1-0 down, we can come back and get a result, get wins. Just the way we're losing games, like that Brighton game, shocking. It took a 1-0 defeat at Galatasaray to then come out firing 4-0. It's just so hit and miss. I know he's good because we've won a league title with him. And I want to put him on the pedestal. I like the idea of Xabi Alonso. The idea of flirting with it is cool. But grass isn't always greener. And I think a lot of people that leave Liverpool as a player figure that out. Jordan Henderson wanted more game time. Grass isn't always greener. Gino Wijnaldum, bit the same. Maybe some of the big boys like Philip Coutinho. Grass isn't always greener. I think the only one that's pretty much left Liverpool for greater success than what he had was Luis Suarez. But at the time, he was a league above us. If he fit into his team now, that player that he was. But back then, he was levels above us. He was too good for us. But now, since Jurgen Klopp came in, we've become that team that we can attract anyone in the world. And we are one of the best teams in Europe. So, long story short, score prediction, I'm still going to say 2-1. And that's just hope rather than any real rhyme or reason. Because City, even though they got thumped against Real Madrid over the 2 legs, they then beat Arsenal in the League Cup final. So they'll be coming off a cloud 9. But I'm hoping this international break has come at a good time for us. This is the last run in now. We've still got this FA Cup quarterfinals. We've got the Champions League quarterfinal coming in the midweek. And I know Kieran will be back for that game. And then Ronnie should be returning from Australia for the second leg anyway. So hopefully we're in a decent position at that stage, going back to Anfield. And we've still got to fight for the top 5, it looks like. We'll say top 4, but top 5 realistically. Champions League football. So we've still got a lot to play for. And also, Mohamed Salah leaving. He deserves, like, everything. Mohamed Salah is the king. Like, I'd say he's definitely the greatest Liverpool player in the last decade, Mohamed Salah. He's probably in the top 3 to 5 Liverpool players of all time, or definitely in my lifetime anyway. He's part of the greatest front three there's ever been in Premier League football, in my opinion. And may not look as good on the eye compared to some people, but if you're telling me a man who's won 4 Golden Boots and 3 PFA Player of the Years, as well as multiple Premier League trophies and Champions League trophies and League Cups and all that, then he has to be arguably the greatest Premier League player of all time. Anyone who's ever stepped foot in the Premier League. And probably the biggest argument of that, not the fact that he's won 3 PFA Player of the Years that no one's ever done, not these joint tied, the all-time, not these, what was he? He's joint at the Golden Boots. He's won 4 Golden Boots. I think the only other player to ever do that is Thierry Henry, which a lot of people have as the greatest Premier League player of all time. And it's hard to argue because of what he did and the way he played the game. But I think Salah gets criminally underrated by his performances. I think because he has some off games where he looks invisible, and I know you forget this season because it's been a complete mess from start to finish. But he had the greatest individual season that I've ever seen in the Premier League. No one's had a better season than he had, the one he had last year. And ones that come close are maybe that Yaya Toure season for City, that Luis Suarez one definitely for Liverpool, definitely comes close. Mahrez for Leicester, Kante for Chelsea and Leicester. Like, you've had Ronaldo as well. People have had great individual seasons, but no one was able to achieve the heights that he did with goals and assists and winning the Premier League title and winning the most man the matches in the most games in the Premier League season. So if this is not proof that he's not the greatest, I don't know. People argue with me or say what you think. Nayar, I think it says Ronaldo has a Ballon d'Or. Salah can't match United Ronaldo. I think so. He had a better. I think he had a better season. He had more goals, more assists, more goal contributions. Ronaldo left at his. Ronaldo left before his peak at Man United. His best years were at Real Madrid. If you compare Ronaldo Real Madrid to Mohamed Salah Liverpool, then I'd say Ronaldo, because Ronaldo and Lionel Messi have been on their own planet for the last decade. But Man United Ronaldo, I think there's a real debate because of the longevity as well of Mohamed Salah. Other than this season, the boy is not, or the king has not scored less than 20 goals a season for the Reds. That is outrageous. Even when he's bad, he's great. No one scores that many goals, and people still say he's had a bad season. Like, if, say, Bukayo Saka got 20 goals a season, Arsenal fanboys would be jerking off to that. But he got 4 goals this year? I know Salah this year he's probably going to have his worst season. But for what he's done, for the longevity, for what he's won, for individually team performance-wise, I don't know. It's hard to say that he's not the greatest. Usually well deluded. I don't agree. The stats prove it themselves. The eye test proves it. The goals he scored, the ones against Man City a few years ago where he ran around the whole team and scored, the Watford game, and he scores in big cup finals as well. He's not one of those players that doesn't score in cup finals. Like, he's scoring Champions League finals. He's done it all. UK Don has got my score prediction is Man City 0, Oh no, he's changed it. My score prediction is Man City 1, Liverpool 3, Salah to score, or assist Hugo to score, or assist Silva booked. Okay, so that's 3-1 Liverpool. Got that. Salah to score or assist, and Hugo to score or assist. Perfect. And then Bernardo Silva to get booked. Bernardo Silva always gets rattled in this game. And he seems to have this real hatred for Mohamed Salah. And it sounds like as well, he's going to be leaving at the end of the season, I've heard. Which, again, outstanding player. I think Bernardo Silva is one of those players who's criminally underrated as well for how great he actually is. Like, and I don't like to say it because obviously it's a City player, but Liverpool had moved aside, footballing head on. Bernardo Silva can dribble, can pass, can score, can defend. Like, in his first season, he couldn't really get into that side, but he's always been a constant. No matter what legends have come and gone, whether it's Aguero, Yaya Toure, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, he's always been in the thick of it. So, yeah, a great Man City servant, and he deserves as much of a send-off as any player that's ever played for City. Yeah, UK John's also agreeing with me. Salah has won everything at Liverpool. Henry has not won the Champions League with Arsenal. Exactly. And again, Henry started finding success when he left Arsenal. I mean, that's a lie because he won the Premier League trophy with Arsenal. But like winning the Champions League, being part of one of the greatest sides that there's ever been. But part of my thinking as well is Henry. I know Messi's a joke, but Henry was like a bit part player. I think if Salah's in that Barcelona side, Messi's taking a back seat to him. If I'm totally honest. Ryan's in the chat saying, "What's your score prediction?" Mine is 2-2 Liverpool to win on pens. Don't hate that. I've got 2-1 Liverpool. Can someone let me know, from my knowledge of this, if this ends in a draw, we go straight to pens, or do we do extra time pens? I know there's no second legs anymore. They used to do this where if like this finishes here, we go to Anfield and then we have to replay the game. I think they've now changed that. I know the League Cup, I think, goes straight to pens. Is the FA Cup extra time and then penalties? Can someone let me know? Kieran's in the chat. Hello, Kieran. I believe he's in America. But he's here with us in spirit, watching the game. He's also got Sir Alex Ferguson, who's just rocked up to the game. No idea who he'd want to win. That's true. It's a weird one for him to go to. I think, I don't know, who would he hate more? See, throughout his whole like Man United time, it would have been Liverpool. But in the latter stages, just before he retired, City were becoming the big dogs, the noisy neighbours, as they like to say. So, maybe he just wants a good game of football. Or if Man United was still in this competition, he could have gone and watched them. But hey ho. What are other people saying? You never walk alone. And TikTok says, not being a Debbie Downer, but I think we're going to lose. Oh no. That's a bit Debbie Downer. I'll be totally honest. Let's get some spirit. Let's go. We're going to win. We kick off in 4 minutes. 4 minutes time. Let's get some... I mean, tell me why. Why do you think we're going to lose? Because I'm not against it. I mean, I've watched those performances against Galatasaray and Brighton and Wolves in the league as well. Like, we should be clear again top 4. But we've milked it and we've had such a meal made out of everything that I understand why you think that, but let me know, like, why you're not going to this game optimistic that we can go and beat Manchester City. Yuki Don says it's extra time and penalties. Thank you, mate. Kieran saying it's 4:40 a.m. here. Cannot escape the early starts for Liverpool games. Yeah, I was asking the chat actually. No one was able to tell me yet what they made of your performance on the live stream when it was just you. Because I actually thanked you. I don't know when you clocked onto the live. But I said you're in America, Ronnie's still in Australia. And this is my first reaction or live stream since the Tottenham game. which was 1-1, which was a dreadful game as well. But I've missed the last two, and now obviously we've had the international break, so it's been a long, long time. But I want people's opinion on how well you did on the live by yourself in a really boring game. He's also got I've got 3-2 Liverpool extra time. Okay, well, either way, it sounds like we've got an exciting game on our hands in people's eyes because UK Don's got 3-1, I've got 2-1, Kieran's got extra time. Someone else had penalties as well. We've got a lot. This could be goals galore. I want to win, obviously, you never walk alone, but I just don't see it after the last two games against City. That's fair enough. I mean, they beat us 3-0 in the league. They beat us 2-1 at Anfield as well, which really hurts. They've done the double over us. So I can't let them do the 3-peat, surely. They just shown the teams as well. Their bench looks stacked. Donnarumma was the sub keeper. Ryan is Ake, Marmoush, Kovacic, Gomez, Ryan Norris, Savinho, and Phil Foden. What's happened to Phil Foden as well? He was the best player in the league about 2 years ago. Now he's fallen off a cliff. And they haven't gone weak either. Rodri and Bernardo Silva, strong midfield. Semenyo and Doku will be a nightmare out wide. Haaland and Cherky just behind. But I'm happy with the Liverpool team. Awful news with Alisson being out injured for the rest of the season by the sounds of things. I've never known a keeper be so injury prone in my life. Like, how was he injured again? We've had a whole international break. What has he been doing? So really disappointing, but it's a big moment for Mamardashvili. Tough game to go into away at the Etihad, but what a way to prove yourself. And he's going to have to be good because he's going to be playing the rest of them. Playing in the Paris game, playing the important league games. Joe Gomez at right back as well. Be interesting test against Doku. Kirkes as well has really struggled against Semenyo, but big opportunity for him. Eben Van Dijk at the back. Curtis Jones and Ryan Gravenberch against Rodri and Bernardo Silva is a weird, it's going to be tough that, but they're more than capable. And then I feel like we play 4-4-2, but the fullbacks are going to be high. Verts and Dom will come in and it'll be like a box shape, and then Ekatike and Salah, when one pulls wide, one will take the central spot. Say if Salah goes out to the right, Ekatike comes into the middle, and then Verts or Kirkes will take that left-hand spot, and vice versa when Ekatike goes out on the left. Salah, to be fair, might stay more right, but will naturally come in. And then like Dom or Verts will take the middle spot, or Joe Gomez will fill in at the right wing spot. So yeah, it'd be interesting tactically. Pep Guardiola is also banned for this game. He had a 2-match suspension for something that he said in one of the games. This was ages ago though, because it's been that long since we've played football. So it means Pep Linders is their manager for the day, which it hurts to see because Liverpool legend. Do we put him in that category? Pep Linders, Liverpool legend for what he done with us at the time. I mean, under the greatest period of Liverpool, my era, so. But let's get up for this. You shut the blue moon up. Let's get going. I'm ready for this. I've been waiting for this game for a long time. I don't know how this works. People are trying to join my thing on TikTok. Right, and it's live. And we just kicked it out for their throwing. Right, come on, guys. Who else we got in the chat? We've got Elijah's in the chat. Perfect. And you know what? Also, Mads in the chat. Hello, everyone. Happy Easter. Love it, Mads. I'm seeing a few Silva or Darwin Nunes's. This is what I want to see. People, for anyone who's not or doesn't know, there's some Darwin like monkey gold plated monkeys to the side of their name, or people in green. And UK Dons are bronze at the minute, and a few others like Elijah's bronze. But Mads was one of the first ones to sign up for the Denty membership and is already a silver. So Mads, that means you've hit the 2-month mark, I believe. And we love having you in the streams every time. So I'll post in a minute how to join the membership if you're not. But I think everyone that's in the chat so far is a family member. But it's great to see that those who've gone from bronze to silver, He just means how long people have been here at the channel. Don't let him shoot. Doku starting early. Elijah's gone. I have 2-1 Liverpool verse and with a goal and an assist. Would love that. I got 2-1 Liverpool myself. I also who saw Wirtz's performance for Germany? Outrageous. We haven't seen that once in a Liverpool shirt. Like to that caliber. He got 2 goals and 2 assists, and they're all world class. All 4 goal contributions. He got as many He got as many in that game as he has. Nice Wirtz. Got as many in that game as he has pretty much for Liverpool since he's signed. Granted, he's like the golden boy in German football, and they play around him. And I think that's part of the reason that Mohamed Salah will be leaving. That he now knows his team isn't built around him. People want to join the TikTok, but we don't want that. You can't join the TikTok. We just need to... Well, not yet anyway. This is the Denty channel with me, Denty. Spencer's in the chat. Love it. Come on, you Reds. Hi all. Maz, there we go. Let's go, Liverpool. That's good. Go on, Wirtz. Go on, Salah. Okay, keep it alive. Not a bad start. 2 minutes. Keep it. Nice. I like the position so far. They're quite deep as well. They look like they're sort of defending. Nice. Go on. Go on. Keep it down. Go wide. Go. That's it. Oh, we'll take that. It's a good start. We will take that as a very good start, boys and girls. Yeah, UK Don Green, his goal was well good. Kieran saying, I swear our team are incredible for their national teams. That's true. Good start, lads. One Carcas. Foul. But Mike Oliver. Yeah, get him in early. I just saw a question that was interesting. Mads was going, Ty, did you watch the Steven Gerrard interview on the overlap? I did. I watched it yesterday or the other day. Good. It's always nice to hear from the legend of Liverpool. It was interesting to hear that he actually talks to Mohamed Salah as well. Or they have like somewhat of a communication at times. But yeah, it was a good listen to. It's just a shame, and I think he really regrets like leaving Liverpool when he did, because he wasn't playing as much. He was a bit like Salah, in and out the team, not the key man. Well, we've got a free kick here with Dom. Decent. Oh, okay. Yeah, he was like in and out the side because Brendan Rodgers like trying to save his legs, or I don't know. Brendan Rodgers is a weird guy anyway. This is a good start, lads. But he regrets leaving when he did, because it would have meant that Jurgen Klopp would have been his manager, known that Brendan would have got the sack, and he could have played under Klopp for at least a year and a half or 2 years. And can you imagine that, Steven Gerrard in a Jurgen Klopp side? Granted, it was an age in Steven Gerrard, but I think he regrets leaving when he did. And I think Jordan Henderson might be the same. Oh, nice. Because I get wanting to play, and I think it's hard for some players, but I think some players forget when they're told like they're not going to play. Their first reaction is, "I gotta go. I'm too good for this. I can't sit on the bench." But like with the amount of games there's played nowadays, and the likelihood of injury and stuff, like you're gonna get game time, even if it's like, say if you're used to playing, let's say 38 league games and you're in a multiple cup competition. Say you're playing 45 games a season. Say if you naturally play most games and you're playing about 36 of them, there's a good chance anyway that... Nice, Hugo. That's great tracking back. Make sure we deal with it. I didn't like that from Ryan, but we've done all right. You're still going to play a good 20 odd games a season, and also you're going to be playing for one of the best teams at the highest level. So, all right, going to Saudi Arabia for John Henderson or Ajax or now at Brentford, he could have played a handful of years still at the big boys, and being the captain and being a big part player. And I don't think there was meant like there have been at times where like say Ryan Gravenberch and McAllister or Dom or at the time like Endo or whoever, like they're not going to start all the games or they need to rotate. And Henson probably could have played himself back into that squad anyway. So yeah. Yeah, but I did watch the interview. It was a good watch. Always great to hear from him. I've been happy with the start though, guys. Robbo's in the chat. Hi everyone, hope you're all okay. Robbo, love having you in the chat. Are you okay? It's been a while since I've been able to talk to you. Make sure everything's okay, because I know we're a bit up and down pride, but we're back. Back from holiday, back from the international break, and we're back. What the bloody hell's going on? Chirping or beeping going on outside? It's either a car alarm or some weird bird. Go on, Ryan. Give it to him. Give it to him. Go on, Verts. Oh, I don't mind the star, guys. Don't let Doku start running. Well, Gomez got him on toast. Good start, this. We're keeping the ball well at the Etihad. We're fighting, you know, we're not passing for passing sake as well. There's passing with a purpose. Nice! Maybe we've needed this break. Oh, go on! Good block from them. Keep footing. Well done. Well done, lads. Winning every first and second here. Come on, keep it moving. That's it. 1, 2. That's it. Well done. Verts is finding a lot of the ball. A lot of them are as well. I mean, granted, I don't know how this team works as well when we're not in possession, but here it looks alright. Kirkus is quite narrow. It's leaving Ekatika out wide left, which I said. This team actually looks like it's like filling everyone's gaps. Like when someone moves out position, someone else takes it up. There's always an option as well, which I found this season being one of our biggest problems. Good. Then when someone has the ball, there's no option to pass it to, or You'd be kicking out of play. Okay, got to be better at that though. Clap and say well done. We've just given up possession there against Man City away from home, and it wasn't a difficult pass that. Robbie going, hi, yes, thanks, all good. Not had internet for over 2 weeks. Missed you all. We missed you too. We missed. Also, these streams should work nice and clear here because back in Australia, I know the last one was it looked like we were underwater or something. The one I was in. So, Spencer going off to a good start. A lot of empty seats as well for a quarter-final against Liverpool. Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe they ran out of plastic bottles or something. Maybe the plastic cutouts are... I don't see many of the fans moving. Maybe they are just plastic cutouts. That's why I think people don't mind if not people don't want City to win the league, but over Arsenal, because I have a lot of Arsenal mates and I just know I wouldn't hear the end of it. Whereas City, I don't have any of many Man City mates. So you don't want City to win because they're one of our biggest rivals, like for the past few years. But I think it's just Arsenal fans will be unbearable. It's also the way that Arsenal are going to win it. By the looks of things like set pieces, slow football. They've taken the longest to take a corner than anyone this season. It's like 45 seconds, which is longer than any other team on average. The ball's out of play nearly 60% of the time they play games. So, agree, need to find ways to win games of football. But, I don't know, you can be better than that, surely. They're definitely going to be the worst champions ever. Great ball, Curtis. I'm liking this team at the minute. The only thing is... Go on! Oh, I like it. It's alright. It's alright, Dom. It's alright. It's good football, this. It is alright. What are people thinking? Janetto says, hopefully Liverpool win, because I know they will bottle it later on. Hope they will win, because I know they'll bottle it later on. Yeah, I know what you mean by that. Potentially. Whether it's later in this game or in the FA semi-final or something. Yeah. We win this though. Big chance of I like the press. Big chance of doing something because I mean the team the that was nice from City. Um like Arsenal should beat Southampton, Chelsea should beat Port Vale, but City Van Dijk, greatest of all time. City are probably the ones I wouldn't want to face the most. Maybe Arsenal, but I think we can take them on in a semi-final. I think when push comes to shove, they're the queens of bottling it. That's why I think they've got. They should make the champions. Gomez. Oh, that's a foul. Bully Doku. Get out of the way, Mish. They're the queens of bottling it. They should make the Champions League final. They got to play Sporting over 2 legs in the quarter final. They should win that. And then they got to play either Barcelona or Atletico. That's probably where they bottle it. But really, I think they're a better side than both of them, whoever they get. They'd probably be better facing Barcelona because it would allow them to play against a high line. And with the pace they have with like Gyökeres or Saka or Martinelli or whoever they want to play, they got a good opportunity to get in behind. And they're decent at the back. So even though Barcelona have a lot of attack and threat, they should be I still see them getting something. Whereas Atletico might be a bit more awkward because they would let Arsenal keep a lot of the ball, which Arsenal seem to hate. So it'd be terrorist football, it'd be an ugly watch. But again, they're still probably a better version of Atletico than what they are. So the tougher side is what we're on. I mean, we got to play PSG. If we manage to get through over the 2 legs, it's either going to be Bayern Munich. Someone go to him, Bayern Munich or Real Madrid. And then obviously it's a Champions League final, and whoever you face, even say it was Sporting Lisbon, it's still difficult. Be strong, but yeah. Janetto saying, to be honest, your player are really good. If your manager, you can't lie. Like I was saying just before we began the game that my biggest issue with Barney Slot, I mean the first 13 has not been too bad, but it's not from like playing boring football. But my biggest thing is from Jurgen Klopp turning us from doubters to believers. I feel like it's been flipped a tiny bit then. I'm not as confident as we used to be, even when times get tough. If we go 1-0 down here, all our arms start going up in the air. What a Mamadashvili. Yeah, we need to switch that round. He's also saying you should never got rid of Diaz. Go on, go on, go on, go, 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 go on, be strong. Salah! Score! No! Oh my god. How? How has he missed that? How has he missed? Oh my god, he's just bullied him. That's awful. Oh, he's blocked it. What a tackle. Oh my god. That's so bad though. Why? This goes against everything I was saying at the beginning, how he's the greatest Premier League player ever. He's gone out for a throw. That should be 1-0. It's a good throw though. I could have even sweated it to Verts, but really, with someone Mohamed Salah, I wouldn't mind him shooting. He took so long to get the shot off. He did the hard thing. No, that's great football equity against Verts. And again, the football so far, first 15 has been great. We should be one up with Mohamed Salah. How he hasn't buried that. Like, not even test the keeper. Oh, last year he buries that. I don't mind it. I didn't mind the ball. I think that's just proof that he needs to. His time's up, and don't want him to go because of what he is, the king, the greatest of all time. But he can't miss that. He can't scuff it like he did then. How much time do you think he has? Bullied the centre half, put him on his backside, got out of his feet, take the shot. He then takes a second shot after, a second touch after, and then lets the defender get back. Yeah, it's not. It's not good enough. Someone was saying we should have never got rid of. Oh, deal with it. But should have never got rid of Diaz. Yeah, but I understand the reasons why we got. Oh, we're going. This game's quite exciting. Go on. Go on, Salah. 1-on-1 with Mark Gay. Dom's. That's a foul. Go on, Salah. Oh, he's giving a goal kick. Salah. We had to get rid of Diaz because he wanted to go, and they offered a lot of money. Obviously, footballing reasons, you keep him, but we weren't. He's an Asian winger. If we had him now, we'd be laughing because he's one of the best. I never wanted him to go, but I understood the reasons why we let him go. And also, it allowed us to get the likes of Vert, Sekatike, Alexander Isak, who we haven't seen, is back at training. I think some people will be upset that he's not made it into this game, but he's only just come back from a really, leg-breaking injury, a serious injury, so I don't think we need to rush him back. It's too much of an investment. Don't let him through! No, it's not a foul. No shot. This game's exciting for the first 20 odd. It's not a penalty. Cherky, you can put your arms down, mate. It's not a penalty. Definitely not a penalty. It's a great tackle. You got the ball. Oh, Darren Fletcher, I can't stand the TNT commentators. He got the ball and then he runs into him. It's not a penalty. No. Pep's got his arms up as well. What's happening there? Mike Oliver, get a grip of this game, Sam. Don't let it go. Right, what are people saying? Elijah saying this is the city everyone thinks has returned to the top. For Kieran laughing emojis. Love it. I want to see more emojis in as well. I saw Maz do one actually. Alex Ferguson has changed sides with the me laughing emoji. They are parking the bus and when we're in their half. Yeah, they've been quite deep to be fair when we've had the ball. This TNT commentators, honestly. Matt saying City might be getting a 60-point deduction for the Chargers. Hopefully it's true. It takes effect next season. Yeah, I wouldn't want it to happen this season because our season's done. It won't really affect, for selfish reasons, it won't really help us too much. Like, it is what it is. We've had a poor year. The only thing it would do is relegate them, which would be funny, but also it'd be quite interesting to see. I think they'd struggle more if they have it next season because they know they've got minus 60 from the start. So I think a lot of their players would leave. It's just whether we'd want to see City do that. It also tarnishes the Madam Boys. It also tarnishes the last few years of the Premier League. Like, we have like 6 unavoided seasons of them winning the league. I mean, we'll get 97-point seasons, and if it's down to them cheating, then it's a real shame. But yeah, it could happen. Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if they start the season with 60. Do we think if they got deducted the 60 points that they get relegated that season? Or like how many of their players move? Because they'd still be playing Champions League football. I don't think they'd want to do it this year because one, they've taken God knows how long to figure out how to like come up with what they're being charged for or whatever. But if they do it now, they'll probably be relegated, and they probably don't want to see him in the Championship. Like, they're going to give him a chance. Deal with the corner. Well, it's a good header that, Hugo. But if you do it at the start of the year, they're still playing the Premier League. Everyone knows what could happen to him. It's not going to affect him mid-season. But I'd be interested to see how many of the players stay and what happens. But yeah, my thing is, do you think they'll get relegated if that happens to them? Oh, Jorginho's in the chat. Good afternoon. Been a while. Had an eventful week or two as well. Future Newcastle United goalkeeper Jake Bourne, Friday the 27th March. Congratulations. I'm assuming that's you saying you've just had a child. If so, massive congratulations. Love to see you in the chat. Where's Jake and goal as well? He, to be fair, need a new goalkeeper because you got you've had a what was it, Pape and Ramsdale? You probably could do with a number one. But is that you having a kid? If so, massive congratulations, mate. Yeah, huge. Mate, in the chat, congratulate. I can see it actually now. Kieran saying congratulations. Welcome, Jake. Welcome, Jake, to the Denty family. Maz, congratulations. Spencer, come on, you Reds. Yeah, huge congratulations. Robbo saying congratulations. Welcome, Jake. Yeah, congrats from Spencer as well. Oh, that's amazing news. So it's the 27th of March. It wasn't, that's like less than a week ago or a week ago. Yeah, this Friday last week. So 8 days. Wow. How have you found it? Is being a father any different than what you imagined? Is it the greatest thing on the planet, as like Ronnie would like to say? Having the golden child like me? Ah, massive congratulations though. That is the height of someone's life, potentially. Unless Liverpool go and win the FA Cup here. Actually saying happy birthday. Happy birthday. Easter happy, everyone. I think happy Easter was meant to be. Yeah. People got plans for the Easter as well. UK, it's a 4-day, nice, 4-day weekend as well. Of course, there's no Premier League football, but luckily we haven't been bad enough this season where we're out of the FA Cup. Oh, Semenyo's done well. Or Doku means done well. Don't foul him. Oh, that was harsh. Oh, yeah, might have been a foul. Nearly got away with it, Ryan Gravenberch. He went to foul him, does he? Oh, it does enough. Probably does enough. I think if I was like running with the ball, or one that happened to our players, and you get pulled like that, you're calling for it. That's a shame, though. Kieran saying 50 plus, they go down. Yeah, you think they go down if they get at least minus? What's like the leads? Would it 40 probably stay up? It depends who they have though. Like if they got told in the summer that they're getting minus 60 odd points or whatever, do all of them leave? That was nice from Hugo. Do like Haaland leave, or do they stick together as a group and go, we can come out this, it's going to be a bad year, but then they know they're not going to play Champions League football next year unless they go and win it. So all their eggs would be in that basket, surely. Can you imagine getting relegated but winning the Champions League? It just means we got to do it. Go on. He's not too bad. I don't mind this first 20. It's been quite an exciting game. We've moved the ball nicely. And they're set quite deep as well, see. They played one game against Arsenal. Look at them. Oh, Pep Linda's in charge. Maz going, we got olive oil as a ref. Dodgy little man. Good use to the emoji as well. Yeah. I think UK Don was saying before, saying we got Michael Oliver. I don't think it matters who, like, if you say any of those referees to me, you, like, English refereeing at the moment, it is its worst state it's been in donkey's years. I think there's too much of an over reliance on VAR. None of them seem confident with what they're doing. The rules keep flip flopping as well. It must be offside. But rules keep flip flopping as well. And you just don't know the rules. Like as a fan, I don't know the rules. I don't think the players know the rules either. So yeah. Mike Oliver's rubbish, but I think you can say it of a lot of them. Kieran saying all their Easter eggs would be in the Champions League Easter basket. Very good. Very good. Spencer again, we've looked pretty good so far. I agree. I'm happy. The only thing we're missing is probably that killer shot, but we had it with Salah. Gomez's body Doku twice. One more, go left. Oh, unlucky. I don't mind the idea though. I don't know if Arnie Slot's seen Hugo Ekitike plays a left winger as well for France, but he's been out there a lot so far. Great ball, Weeboo. Here we go. I feel it. Come on. Dom, best man. Go on. Get it down. Oh. Oh! It's coming. It is coming. I can feel it. It's definitely coming. That's what she said. What are people saying? TikTok, you're going quiet on me. What's happening? Kieran saying gotta be handball or yellow there for Semenyo. That was handball. Oh, then it literally just happened then. That's a yellow. Well, it's still on the field. It's a yellow. You can't pick it up. Is he off? I don't know why. Because all he's doing is giving it to us anyway. Right. Oh, Oliver, he's already... That's what I mean. He's picking the rules. If that happened to us, he'd be sending the player off. Great ball, Ibu, again. He's done that twice. Great ball. Oh, he's off. Okay. I'm still happy. Maz going, maybe Hugo and Ibu had a quiet word with Elise while on international due. Potentially. Do people like the idea of Elise joining Liverpool? Connor and TikTok saying, hello, mate. Hello, Connor. Nice having you in the chat. Oh, and he ruined it. I'm not even going to repeat that. Just ruined it on the TikTok. Liv and Cleo saying City, City, City. No. Okay, I'm going back to the YouTube comments. They're a lot more nicer. Yeah, what do we think Elise being a Liverpool player? The Bayern Munich board have already, I think the chairman came out saying it's not going to happen. He also made this Saki comment that saying that, oh wait, Doc is running one-on-one Gomez. Okay, defended well, but it was a shame how it ended up being their corner. Saying that it would cost Liverpool like 500 million and they spent like 400 million this summer and they're still rubbish. So why would they want to improve us? And we're in different leagues. Like, what are you on about? Like, we're not even. We might face in the semi-finals of the Champions League, but be a lot of money. I don't think the move will happen. If I'm totally honest, I don't think we'll want to spend as much as what they'll want for him. Also, I'm a bit surprised he made that comment like that because nice defending Van Dijk. I thought we had a good relationship going on there with the Luis Diaz deal. I know they spent 80 million, but we allowed that to happen. One winger for another. Granted, Elise's in his prime years now, and there's a lot more potential there. Whereas Luis Diaz is having an outstanding season for Bayern Munich, but I think he's like 1 year away from his 30s, and for a winger at the top level, very doable. You see it with Mohamed Salah and stuff, but like you're not getting that's not an investment. That's for the here and now, which is what football I think some football clubs forget. Like you need to pay to win games of football now. Like not everything's the future. Like Chelsea's biggest issue, they keep paying for a load of 20-year-olds. They sound like a creep on the internet, and not me. Not me. This is a Thai Denty channel, but yeah, I'm surprised with the comments he made. I think Elise would be a great replacement for Salah, but also, are we looking for a like replacement? You got to remember, Alexander Isak will be coming back into the side. So where does he fit into all this? He probably plays where Salah's playing now. So we might already have the replacement. We just haven't seen him play yet because of injuries, unfortunately. We could probably do with another winger because like it's only Cody Gakpo, but this system here, we might not need it. So I'm not sure. I'm not as convinced as everyone about the Elise one. I think it'd be an outstanding signing, but whether it's the right move, money wise and whatnot, I don't. My prediction is be great. I just don't think it's going to happen. Kieran's going. Elise would be incredible replacement. Totally agree. Maz going. I would love it if Elise came to Liverpool. Yeah, agree. Everything I agree with. Kieran, Salah over Elise, but I'd rather Elise, Isak, and Ekatike than Salah, Isak, Ekatike. Yeah, I agree. Maz agrees with that as well. Yeah, it'd be much better to have. Hey, aside with Elise in your side, it's much better than without your side as well. I just don't think we'll spend the money needed. But then again, we should have a lot of money in the bank. So Elijah going, if we got him, then another centre back. Because we got Jacket. Yeah. Spencer going, I would love to have him. Yeah. Kieran saying, got to replace Salah somehow, though. Needs someone that can start. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Isak should, like, in this lineup, it would be Isak. We do need a winger because the way Salah, this team's lined up, it is like Salah on the wing. So Elise's probably the best option. He's probably the best in the world, but there's no real rhyme or reason why he joins us. I don't think his relationship's bad in Bayern Munich. I feel like everyone talks like he's got like a year left on his contract or something. I think he's still got a few years left. It's only because he's one of the best in the world, which I'm happy about that we're being talked about with some of the best wingers in the world. I think Semenya would have been a great option. That's Hugo Ekatike absolutely bullied Rodri, spun him, and then decked him. You're booking him. Yeah, booking Rodri. Well done. I was going to say, you can't do it for Ryan Gravenberch and then not you. Absolutely rude. And then goes to foul him as well. He was a bit unlucky to get booked because Ekatike just ran away from him anyway. So he fouled him and then got nothing, like, didn't even stop him either. So it was a double whammy for Rodri. Going for these long throws a lot as well. We're becoming what we hate. Arsenal. Come on, Jogo. Bit of quality. Seconds. Just like to test the keeper. That's the only thing we haven't been able to do yet. Good ball. Great flag. Mate, Van Dijk with a Cruyff in the box. Would have been outstanding. Could he have shot? Maybe, but I think it would have been a much harder technique. And I know that looked incredibly difficult what he just did, but it would have been on a strong foot. Nice, Hugo. Some of the football has been a delight to watch. Oh, they're all at it with the flicks and tricks. We lost it out there, but win it back, hunt it back. Yeah, we definitely don't look like a side that's been struggling this season the way we've been playing. They've played well out there, City. They played really well. They've done. I'm not going to clap it because this is against us, but that was really nice football from Man City there. But I don't hate it because it was a good press. If you're going to outplay us like that, then fair enough, but come on. Docky does so well with tracking another player over, just leaving space for others. Don't let him shoot. Well done. Well done. Well done, well done, well done. Salah says, how do you feel about Salah leaving? Gutted. Mentioned earlier in the stream that it's a real shame seeing him go. One of the greatest players ever for Liverpool and the Premier League. It's probably the right time. I mean, I think that shot earlier in the first half is a real example of he's not the same player that he was. But 4 Golden Boots, 3 PFA Player of the Years, 2 Premier League trophies, Champions League winners medal, plus scoring the penalty in the final. Greatest individual season there's ever been in the Premier League. 4th all-time top goal scorer. The Premier League missing a great. So Yeah, gutted, but it's probably the right time. Asian player. It's a shame we're not getting like the 150 million that was being offered uh, in the summer. But also, I've heard a lot of people saying, "Oh, we should have let him go in the summer. He should have finished on a high as a club legend." Oh, they got a pen. Is that O'Reilly? Van Dijk just fouled. I think it was Nico O'Reilly in the box. Right, what happened here? Was it a foul? It didn't look the prettiest. It's a pen. Oh, he spun him. It's actually great from Nico. It's a bit rash from Van Dijk. Yeah, it's a pen. Oh, sake. Thought we'd been doing alright up to that point. But we'd been doing alright. Right. I just saw the big moment from Marmalashvili here. He saved a penalty against Haaland earlier on in the year. You would back Haaland, though, at the Etihad. That's a shame. I thought we'd been doing alright. The only thing we were lacking is some real shots at Trafford. And to be fair, this is going to be their first shot with any real, like, chance. Go on, Haaland, sky it. Right, he saved one. Save a second. Here we go. Come on. This will be annoying. I thought we've played well, but top teams, you can't let plays just turn in the box. Van Dijk as well, quite rash. Come on. Oh, it's a good pen. It's 1-0. Not a surprise, 1-0 Man City. That's a shame. That's twice he scored a penalty now against us. He's had 3 penalties. He had a penalty in every game we've played him this season. He had one at the Etihad, which Marmalashvili saved, but then he went on to score a header a few minutes after and they won. He then had a penalty in the 90-odd minute at Anfield to score and get a late winner, and now he's had a penalty here and scored. He scored in every game he's played against Liverpool. It's a nice pen as well. It's definitely a penalty. It's a well-taken penalty. Got no complaints with like how they've scored it, but it's just a, like we were just saying, mega ginger gamer. Liverpool are a joke this season. Really? Have you actually been watching the game? Or, I mean, granted we're losing, we're out the FA Cup here. It's a bad result, but like Robbo was just saying, they're typical, so frustrating. Kieran saying frustrating goal to concede, does not feel deserved to be 1-0 down here. Elijah's going better team goes behind with the runny, angry and crying emojis. Great use for them. I agree with all that. I think we're a bit hard done by. I don't think we deserve to be 1-0 down. You don't always get what you deserve in life, though. But this is what I was saying earlier. Turn us, this team and Arnie Slot's team, that's good football there. Turn us from doubters into believers again. Make me believe that we can still come back against adversity. 1-0 down at the Etihad, even at the half. Let's go out and win the second half 2-0 and get through. But what I don't want to see is us falling apart now. Do not let them through. Like, don't start crumbling. Don't make this 2-0 before the half. The only optimisms I've got is we've got some real quality up top and there's a bit of space to run into as well. Pickle saying pen every day of the week. Yep, I agree. I know you've been making silly comments throughout, but it is a pen. Van Dijk has a shocker. He never admits he's in the wrong. Well, he wasn't. I said it was a penalty. I think he'd agree it's a penalty. Nico Riley's just done him with a great piece of skill. Nico Riley is probably in the form of his life so far. I don't think he played that well for England on the international break, but I don't think the whole team did. So, yeah. People just screaming Haaland on the TikTok chats. Yeah, it is a pen. It's 1-0 down. I still think we've been not by much. I don't think we've absolutely wiped the floor with them. I think we've just been the better side, but I don't think they've played bad. I think they've defended well when they've had to. And again, like they've got us pinned back here. They play some nice balls like that as well. It's just a shame how it's just for a penalty. And of all people, Spencer again, we have played well. Nothing he could do there. Kieran saying Mega Ginger Gamer had that one lined up. Oh, he was been chomping on that. Not seen him in the chat the whole time. Second we can see, bam, straight in there. Joker for season. We've still got a whole half to play. We've still got 5 or plus minutes of this half as well. Jeffer saying hi from Paris. Hello. We got you guys on Wednesday, and then the following week on the Tuesday here. So we had a great performance, or a good performance at Anfield. I think over the 2 games we had some good battles. So hopefully it's more the same. But this time we get the win rather than you lot. Oh, they're starting to feel themselves a bit here, City. Okay. Like now everyone's on Mega Ginger Gamer. Lol, Arsenal ain't winning the Champions League, buddy. Ashley Knight saying that Verge has been a good servant, but it's time for him to go as well. Been a good servant for us, but it's time for him to go as well and follow Salah. He's just too much of a liability now. It happens. I don't even fully agree with that one. I still say he's probably the best centre half in the world. I think that one was a bit rash. I think it's unlike him diving into, wasn't even a tackle, just diving into people. I mean, Nico Riley's done him beautifully with the little. Oh, keep him wide. Well done. With a bit of skill there, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't think he needs to go. It's a shame Salah's going, but I think it's obvious to see that Salah's definitely lost his way a bit, lost his legs a tiny bit. But Van Dijk, I still say, has had some of his best performances this season. Yeah. My issue is they're starting to feel themselves a bit now, City. They're starting to play some nice stuff. And they'll probably try and see this out for the half. Oh, no. Foul? Oh. Just close that. Kieran going, think that's a little rash. He's still well class. This is about the Van Dijk comment that Ashley made. Spencer going, yeah, no doubt that the right decision was a pen. Unreal backhill that. Just a pisser. We have played well, but you shoot ourselves in the foot. Completely agree. And then UK Don saying, Elijah, have faith. Okay, but we played well. We've not done too bad. The only thing we haven't been able to do, which is the main thing is football, is score a goal and really create real chances. Oh, come on. Well done, Dom. I was going to say Nico Riley nearly took the piss out of him there, and he did well. You can still have faith. There's still a lot of football to play here. Still got a whole second half. I don't think we've played bad. If you take away their penalty, they've done nothing either. Like we've had the better chances. That Salah one. There hasn't been many shots throughout the game. No keepers had to do anything yet. So, and I think we've moved the ball nicer. They haven't been awful, City, but it's 0-0 probably been fair so far. Or if you want to, okay. Oh, come on, Oliver. 2 minutes add-on. We're playing quick. Can't you go? Unlucky. It's not bad. It's gotta try and do it. Ash's going, he's just made too many mistakes. That one led to the goal. Now, Kieran, mate. I think Kieran's having to defend himself here. It's more defending than he does on a Sunday morning. Kieran's going, I get that, but we look so much worse without him. I think his level has dropped, but his drop level is still 99% above the other defenders. I agree with that. Hey, say, I know people are gutted with Salah leaving. I am. I think more people are going to be upset with this Mohamed Salah leaving than any other player in this like last decade, because of what he does. Like, you get emotional attachment from the goals and winning games. That's what Salah does. But my biggest fear is when Van Dijk leaves. I think once he goes, because I know there's players in the side, or you can sign players like, say, Elise or whatever, that can score goals. I think finding top world-class defenders is a rarity. And people will throw out a load of names that you can go and get, or there's world-class players in certain teams. But to the level of Van Dijk, where you almost win in Ballon d'Ors for your defensive performances. Oh no, they've scored 2-0. I was just talking about how great our defending is, and we've conceded a second to Haaland. Oh, no. Okay, well. Well, that might be the game. That was it. We over the time now. Did someone say 3-2 Liverpool? We've been alright, I thought. It's great from Cherki and Semenyo. Good ball. And Haaland just does more than Konate wants it more. He just peels off him. Cherki and Semenyo do so well there. No one's close to him, and Haaland is well class from Erling Haaland. Kieran's getting games not over until Mega Ginger Games sings. Kieran said, I said 3-2 Liverpool. Okay, you said an extra time as well. So we'll take 2 into the... Oh, that hurts, though. This is exactly what I've said, though. It's a half. Just blow it. This is my biggest thing with us. Like, when things get tough, we just crumble. How do we go and concede a second? If it's not going well after the goals conceded, like it just had, like when they scored, they started playing the better stuff again. We got 5 minutes left. Just hold out. You're not going to win the game in the first half. You can go and lose it, though, which we might have just done, conceding a second just before. To concede a penalty and then literally just seconds before the whistle is going to be blown for half time. Like someone said, we just shoot ourselves in the foot. So Elijah's going game over. Are we still got the belief? Are we done with... What's wrong with us? Do we blame this on Arnie Slot? Is it as easy to say slot out type thing? Or are we just all upset? I don't think we played bad. Is it just individual mistakes? Are they just a better side than us? Because before their goal, they had no opportunities either. We had no opportunities, but we were creating more the better stuff. And I thought we were moving the ball nicer. But to be not just losing, like, I think going behind at the half would have been harsh. But to be 2-0 down now. So, I mean, we don't have that bottle. We don't have that steel. We just crumble. We're like a biscuit in a cup of milk. Just soggy. Elijah Gomez can't even beat PSG. We need top 5. Oh, this could be... This could be a start of an awful week, potentially. Could lose this, be out in the quarterfinals. Get taught a lesson in Paris midweek. I mean, we'll still have a second leg, but if we go out of both cup competitions now in the quarterfinals, I think no matter even if Slot gets the top 5, I think he'll naturally be gone anyway. And that's not me saying Slot out. I just think that's what will happen. Right, what are people saying? Because everyone's got a bit more lively now that we've conceded a second. Huffer's going ham, mid-table team, lol. Stevo saying keep Slot. I feel like that's because he's anti-Liverpool. Alfie going, what an insane second goal, by the way. Totally agree. The goal was great from a Man City perspective. Outstanding finish, great play from them. But it's not what we're after from a Liverpool standpoint. Again, just a crumble. Drew saying, honestly, not that annoyed. Don't blame VVD or team. We played well, just conceded 2. this is what I was saying before. I think we've actually played all right. But my biggest issue is you can't just crumble when you concede the first. Things will go against you. That is going to happen in football and in life. Concede the one, unlike Van Dijk to run into O'Reilly like the way he did to concede the penalty, but it's going to happen. Fair enough. Hope the keeper can save it, or Haaland has a stinker and misses, but he's world class, so he's going to score it. That's happened. What you can't then do is concede a second just before the half. And that's not saying we have to go out all guns blazing and go and get an equaliser straight away, because we didn't. Because what Man City did is they kept the ball, they moved it around side to side very nicely. Fair enough. They're a very good side and we're at their home ground. But what we can't allow is to concede a goal. Let them keep the ball, but for a whole 50, 60, well, what was it been? 40 odd minutes. Sorry, I'm getting carried away. 40 odd minutes. They weren't doing anything. They were just moving it from side to side with no real purpose. But they start moving the ball a bit quicker. We start panicking, and then it's a lovely goal from them. And it's just people being off. It's someone not following the Semenyo run. It's Ibu not being close enough to Canate. And you can't let Haaland, one, have a free penalty shot, and two, get in front of you like that. You've got to be stronger. We can't just crumble the way that we have. It's not good enough. And people getting very, very lively in the TikTok and on YouTube. Dylan's in the chat as well. He's saying, remember laughing at us, the Champions League, who's got the laugh now? Kieran's going, he's alive. It's 2-0 at the half. You played rubbish. You played West Man City this year. You lost Wolves and Brighton and more. Yeah, it's been a really poor time to be a Liverpool fan. Losing to Brighton, losing this game so far. Luckily, we managed to beat Galatasaray, but going against Paris, like I think Elijah was saying a minute ago, doesn't fill you with much optimism because we just keep losing games. And the mad thing is, I'm not completely slot out, but I don't know if I'm being deluded, is I think we've played all right stuff. But even if he's a great tactical manager and he has things on point and training sessions are good or whatever, he might be picking the right personnel. I know a lot of people say he hasn't throughout the years because he's been playing Cody Gakpo a lot of the games. He's not playing now, so we can't call him out on that. But does he have that inner fight? The way Klopp did, Klopp intimidated other teams, other managers, the referees, even our own players. He made us believe this is just the only thing Slot gave us last year was tactical masterclasses at the half. He'd tweak a few things and we may be down at the half last season or level at games and then Salah would come and score a goal. But was that Arne Slot tactical geniuses? Or was that Mohamed Salah was unbelievable last year and everything he touched turned into gold? Whereas this year, God, he wouldn't even hit water if he fell out of a boat. Dylan says, I told you 20 years Liverpool are the worst defence. Elijah going, Kirkus has been great. I don't know what. I think someone's calling for Kirkus to get him off there in our YouTube chat. Kieran's going, I think Kirkus has looked alright, to be fair. I'm not a huge fan of Gomez and Salah on the right side. Feels like there's no threat down the wing. I agree with that. I actually think Gomez has done a really good job on Doku. I think he's had him in his back pocket so far, but when it goes to the attacking threat, I think you're relying on Mohamed Salah to do a lot. And one, he's not that same player that he was last year or the seasons prior. And two, it's hard for someone Joe Gomez isn't getting around him, but it's hard for someone like Dominic Szoboszlai or anyone else to really get around him to create an opportunity. It's quite easy to play Mohamed Salah in this game so far. So I sort of agree with that. The TikTok is going off big time. If you're new, please subscribe and all that as well. Just for my sake, just wearing the Liverpool shirt. This is as bad as it's being a Liverpool fan for a long, long time. Do the love hearts, we got YouTube as well if you want to check that out. Ty Denty. There's a lot of Denty family members in there. You kind of look like Songhorn from, I don't know what that is. You need Klopp back. I agree, Jackie. I'd love to have Jurgen Klopp back, the old version. If you told me now that Jurgen Klopp was going to be our manager for next season, like now, I'd have to believe that he's fully committed to do that job. Would I take him now for the last 7 odd games of the season? Like, say, if we lost here, will we sack him? Klopp's like the only one I think I'd accept. I wouldn't do the Gerrard's one now. I wouldn't do the Alonso one now because I think it's too much of a turnaround. But Klopp understands his team, and I think he would get something out of them for the here and now. But I don't want to talk about sack and slot. I just want to win games of football. Sick and tired of constantly losing games. I mean, going to the Etihad, you're going to do it, but we've got to win some, surely. 2-0 down. Is anyone optimistic in the chat? Any of the chats? TikTok, YouTube. Is anyone optimistic that we can go out and go through into the semi-finals? Or is our FA Cup dreams over as well? And then we have the impossible task of trying to beat PSG over 2 legs, which we're the only team to take them to pens last year, but I don't know. Let's hear some opinions. Not Finn saying 3-2 Liverpool extra time. Love it. See Taj has joined. How are you, mate? I think you guys... who's saying that? Let's say, I think you guys will have a second half win, but put a few past us second half. Oh, really? You think you're going to throw it? To be fair, Man City haven't been great in the second half. We can spin this narrative, be a bit more optimistic. As I look at the YouTube chat, Robbo goes, not optimistic, sorry. What's happened to us? Come on. Doubters to believers. We're just doubters constantly at the minute. We got no hope in this side. What has happened to us? Honestly. But City, even a City fan's not optimistic about themselves, so hopefully you're right. Sweet FA saying Slot hasn't got that quality. I've lost that comment, but pretty much saying he hasn't got that quality. Jay saying, I had a super great feeling before this game. Verge just made a mistake. Let's go. Not Finn. I don't think City have looked great. Really good end to the second half. Taj going, how was the flight home? With crying emojis. Awful, mate. 4 flights in 4 days, 30 hours of flying. For anyone who doesn't know, just land back from Australia. And I've come back to this disaster class of Liverpool performances. It sucked when we were in Australia for the Liverpool performances. Come back, was hoping a new change. I thought, right, got the same, similar setup. Got better equipment, but we are just falling to pieces again. But I don't think we played bad, but we just crumble. That's my biggest issue with us. Did anyone watch the Legends game? Thiago was good as ever. Honestly, if we could do with him right now, him and Gerrard link up in that Liverpool midfield is what we need so bad. Raf going, the baddest manager we have ever had. Do we agree? Because I think Arne Slot ranks up there as one of the, statistically, as the greatest managers we've ever had. Now, I'm not talking ITA, I'm just talking like win percentage. Like, if you say what's a manager's job, is to win games of football. And I think he's got one of the best percentage records ever for Liverpool. He's won a Premier League title in his first year. But I just don't know what goes on with us. Like, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in the dressing room and hear what's been said before the game, now and after games. I'm just going to keep repeating myself. We have turned from not doubters to believers. We're just doubters now. We don't believe anything that we do anymore is going to be good enough to win games of football. Can't set the manager that spent 400 million. Debatable. Give it to Alonso potentially. When's the second half start? Very soon. Make sure you stick around for the second half. You 2-0 Man City, too good. AA saying the only thing that can bring happiness this season is Liverpool fans is Slot getting the sack. Louis saying Slot needs to go. If we lose this, it's just like everyone's Slot out. The people done with it. Martin on YouTube saying Liverpool gives up easily, mate. They're easy to predict. Looked good at the beginning, but that pen just killed them. City winning this 4-1. Oh, I hope you're wrong. I hope we don't get an absolute thrashing and our pants pulled down here. Spence again, the goal was right before the half. It's just a punch in the nuts. Totally. I feel like we've just been teased with recently. We can't. Don't know what to say anymore of us. We've just become. It's literally what I said at the beginning. I said this right at the beginning of the game. I'm getting bored of repeating myself. I said at the beginning of the game, my biggest issue is I don't know if it's slot or the players or what's going on, but my biggest thing is we have turned from what Klopp built us for the last decade, from doubters to believers, from being like a Brendan Rodgers side, a Roy Hodgson side that plays Europa League football, can't win any of the big competitions, folds in the big games. But he turned us from doubters to believers. We've run Premier League, Champions League, got to Champions League finals, had one of the greatest sides we've ever had, created. Even when times get tough, Borussia Dortmund in the Europa League quarter or semi-final or round of 16, whatever game was, came back from a really good Dortmund side. The Barcelona, the biggest one of them all, 3-0 down at the Nou Camp, got to go to Anfield when the away goal still stood. And we managed to come back. And I believed before that game that we could do something. 2-0 at City, and it's not a great City side. Just have no belief about us. And do I just put that down to the manager? I think the second half is about to start as well. So please make sure you stick around on both TikTok and YouTube because I'm going to watch them all. For anyone on TikTok as well, on YouTube, sorry. If you're not, there's a few people I can see that don't have the Darwin emojis or the green next to their letter. Make sure you join the membership, the Denty family. It mean a lot. If people on TikTok want to go to YouTube as well, join the membership, or any donations here help as well, just because the plan now is to do this full time. I want to make the best content on all platforms for you guys, and if it means I've got to sit here watching Liverpool lose game after game, then just helping us out would mean a lot. Whether that's super chats or joining memberships, but mainly just being part of the comments, just staying around, watching us. Let me know what you think as it's going on, because as much as there's a lot of hate going on in some of the comments on both the platforms, I'd rather you stick around and throw abuse than just disappear. The second half is about to start for everyone. People I think were crying for Cherky to get a penalty. The one earlier, definitely not. That definitely wasn't a pen. We have just started the second half as well for anyone who's watching or not watching and watching with us. Right, we need a... Come on. Come on. Everyone, up we get. Let's get up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Doubters to believers, we begins now. Arnie Slot changes this round. 2-0 down at the Etihad in the FA Cup quarterfinals. This is where our season twists and turns. We win this game, we go to Paris, show him who the greatest side ever is. We get to the semi-finals of both the FA Cup and the Champions League. And I go and see this doctor about my delusion I'm currently having. I can't unfortunately show the screen because TikTok will take it down. How can you spend 500 million, break the transfer record twice in one window, and get worse? The real answer should be go on, Verts. That's a foul. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't just shove him. He's got both hands on him, on his back, holding his arm, and then just shoves him out the way. He's not even going for the ball. How he hasn't get called up a foul there, I never know. Mike Waller, honestly awful. Kieran's going ref as a muppet. Dylan said my favourite Champions League was when I gave it a spam final Barcelona Real Madrid and I forget this year. I don't know what he's on about. Spencer saying game's gone. He's literally pushing him off the pitch like an NFL blocker. That is unbelievable. Totally agree. How he hasn't called up a foul there, I do not know. It's actually shocking. Yes, bruv, saying I gave excuses at the beginning of the season because they needed time, but now they're just bad. I was talking about how we spent 500 million and got worse. The The real answer should be it shouldn't happen because they're all world-class players that we bought. When you spend that much money, there's no excuses. The excuse you give us, Semenyo's done well there against Kirkes, is they're new players in a new league, a lot of them, new system. Obviously, the tragedy happened with Jota, what happened, but that's no excuse. But they came into a bad time in that sense. They weren't coming to the bounce and league champions that they probably thought they were going to. Everyone on cloud 9. Pre-season was late. Constantly playing catch-up in pre-season after. Players haven't settled in. But, like Jesper was saying, at the beginning of the season, can maybe give them a bit of an excuse. It's gone on way too long now. Way too long. You're telling me it's going to take a full season for all these players to settle in. Isak hasn't even got a sniff because he's been injured. Kirk was the best left back in the league last year. Hasn't proved, but hasn't seemed to film any sort of relationship with anyone in the Liverpool side. Hugo Ekitike's looked good, but again, never looked fit throughout the season. Florian Wirtz never got going, and yet you watch him for Germany. He's the greatest thing since sliced bread. There's no excuse. What we can't do is do anything silly now. We've got to be in this game. A third would kill us. We need to make sure we stay in this game long enough where the pressure starts. Oh, Semenyo's through. 3-0. God's sake, we're done. We're so done. We're so done. We're so done. We're so done. Marty game, my 4-1 is on, mate. Kieran saying not looking good. Incredible finish, questionable goalkeeping. Elijah saying I'm done, see you guys later. Elijah, I just gave that whole speech prior about don't leave. I went even through the good and bad times. We still need to... I think he's on side. Literally, I was talking about no relationship with like Kirkes with anyone. He's run off him, gone to Van Dijk. Van Dijk ain't got clues behind him. It's a great finish. It's a hell of a finish. Semenyo would have been a great Salah replacement. Not the greatest goalkeeping you're ever going to see from Mohamed Ashredi there. Oh, guys, what is going on? We're getting our pants pulled down. If this gets like super... Well, I mean, this is super embarrassing. On the bloody internet, losing 3-0. Watching his... Oh. Sake. And ever since the goal, we haven't played any good football. The commentator saying we need to make changes. Yeah, start with the manager. Start with these players. Get rid of them all now. I'm done with it. Robbie saying that's it. I'm done. Bye slot. Spence again. He's on. Go on, Salah. What a save! Our keep can't do that. If that was their way, that's 3-1. Salah's had his chances. Last year, he would have been on a hat-trick. Decent ball. We have to get one early now. As much as I was saying we need to stay in the game, we need to get one soon to give us any hope. How is it? We got world-class players on the pitch. How are we losing 3-0? We just must have no defensive stability about us. But yet, we've got all this attacking flair and we've got 0 goals. Oh, Salah might have to come off, unfortunately. I love him, but he's not the same player he was. Cherky's just running through us as well. What a ball. Oh, thank goodness he slipped. Because that should have been 4-0. That should have been 4-0 there. If it was 4-0, I would have debated turning the stream off myself. Yes, bro, saying Henry was smart and left top level before he was done. Salah should have done the same last summer. I keep hearing this. Oh, they got the ball again. They could get a fourth here. That Salah should have left last season. Honestly, does everyone forget the narrative last year that we were screaming, given what he wants, we can't let Mohamed Salah go? He would have thought at the time he's good enough to stay and play at the top level because he had the greatest individual season ever. Liverpool fans and players and managers, everyone would have gone, well, we've got to keep him. He's the greatest player in the world so far. Arguably hard done by not to win the Ballon d'Or, but Dembele won the treble with Paris, so I think people forget very quickly that the season that he just had. Oh, Semenyo shot at the halfway line. Right, they're taking the piss here. They're taking pot shots from the halfway line. That's why I don't want to be a side where you just get taking the mick out of. It's never going in, but come on, Salah. We need a miracle. Absolute miracle here. Spencer's going. There is no hope, unfortunately. I feel like going back to bed. Woke up at 4:45 for this. Spence, where are you from again? Is it? You may have said this ages ago, but I forgot, mate. All 3 goals are on 2 senior centre backs. Embarrassing. I agree with that. I think the centre backs have not played well at all here. Van Dijk was clumsy with his tackle. Konate is not strong enough or aware enough of the Haaland run. And Van Dijk, again, is not aware of his surroundings. And these are meant to be world-class centre-halves. At times last year, I was debating that they were the best centre-halves in the world, even more than Saliba and Gabriel, but they couldn't even tie their shoelaces the way they've performed this game. Come on, get one. Go on, Salah. Oh, sub him off. He's done. He is so done. It's unbelievable. Oh, my God. He is so done. That's awful. I love you, mate, but you've got to go now. I was going to a whole video giving the best send-off ever. Yeah, he's just scuffing everything. Michael Murphy saying, Pep the Judas, Linda, schooling slot. That's a sackable offence in itself. I don't hate that statement. I'm not here to say sack slot, but you can't. You can lose games. If this was a 3-0 one-off, then fair enough. But it's just happened constantly. They're going to do the 3-peat over us. You can't let them do the 3-peat. They've beaten us 3-0 already at this place. They scored 2 at Anfield. My biggest concern is we're not even playing the football we were in the first half an hour. Ever since the goal, we've absolutely crumbled. Press looks weak as well at the minute. They're keeping all the ball. There's no press. It's embarrassing, guys. It's an embarrassing watch. Jamie saying, don't cry, it's only the FA Cup. Yeah, but it's games of football. Like, it's only the FA Cup. We came here to... Oh, it's nice. Rodri and Bernardo Silva have pulled our pants down this game. Dictate the midfield, which was my sort of worry going into this game compared to Ryan. Oh, my God. Haaland's got a hat trick. Okay, we're done. We are so done. 4-0 Haaland hat trick. What is going on? 4-0. 4. That's absurd, Jeremy. Well, there's no need to stress now, as Peanut's saying in the chat. There'll be more. Maz going slot is not doing himself any favours with this result. Spencer going, this is a disgrace. UK Don, Haaland hat trick. Everything's on side. they just played through us, and that's from Rodri and Bernardo Silva just dictating play from the midfield. We have not followed any midfield runners or late runners from deep. And again, Haaland is in front of the defenders. Van Dijk's not even close to him. Marmadashvili's not even in the goal. What is wrong with us? Oh, it's not even an hour. Spencer going, at least this isn't embarrassing. Oh my god, 4-0, 4-0, what the F? This is embarrassing. Haaland with a hat-trick. What's going on, guys? Can everyone just like, for my sake? Like, just like the streams? Or donate, or... They're doing the Posnad thing where they just turn their backs on us. Kieran saying, how often do you see Liverpool fans leave early? This is the one where people go, let's sack him. I was like that after the Spurs game, the 1-0, because Spurs are dreadful. And we managed to not beat them at home. The camera's shaking as well. They're taking the mick out of us as well with their football. I came here a bit optimistic just because I'd missed football for so long. 4-0. You have to sack. It's time to go. There's nothing good to say. Let's all do the Poznan. Salah's had about 3 clear chances. He should be doing better with. Zach's going 7-0, I reckon. Roman 4-0, mate. Yeah. Oh. The thing is, well, there's no change. Oh, well, Salah, he's done well there. They kept him. They just suck the wind out of you completely. Kieran saying, I think if this goes to 5, they have every right to sack him. Yeah. Yeah, but you would have said that about 4-0. 4-0 against Man City. They are just messing about with the ball now. We're actually getting our pants pulled down footballing wise now. There's not even the scoreline. They're actually just dicking about with it. Ball rolls, back hills, flicks, tricks. Every City play looks free. They look comfortable on the ball. They're having the time of their lives. The only thing I want from this is Man City to go and beat Arsenal for the league. Roman, I'm happy we're losing so Unshaq can stop being our manager. Craig, any rival fans fancy a laugh? We play PSG next week. Yeah, Jackie going, you never walk alone, the love heart. Yeah, this is true. You never walk alone. You want to stay with... Again, doubts to believers. That's all I'm going to keep saying. Dylan's going, you just got creamed. Okay, it's a bit graphic, mate. Does he get sacked after this? Do we put this down tiny slot? I don't... My concern is they're the ones making changes now, not us. Like, they just bopping it around us as a foul. We're losing all credibility as a football club. They're the ones making subs. Where are the Liverpool subs? We're 4-0 down. You might as well just start resting people for Paris just to get our pants pulled down there as well. Lots of fans are shaking now. They're getting worried. Kieran saying in one of City's poorest seasons could win both the cups. Michael saying PSG next. That's going to be the worst result slots. And one tricky pony with a Klopp team. He's been found out. Maz going, would you take Alonso and Gerrard combo? I know you were saying that from the interview that you had on the overlap. I was just... we've made some subs. Gomez off for Frimpong. Yay. Actually, thought Gomez was playing alright against Doku one-on-one, but as a collective, the back line was poor. I would say wait for the rest of the season, but to be honest, That's the point. Someone saying, "Where's that grey-haired alcoholic? He's in Australia. He should be back for the second leg of the Paris game, but by that stage we could already be out of the competition, depending on how embarrassing the away tie is at their place. Because we're going to City and losing 4-0. 4-0. Oh, this is bad. We just haven't played any good stuff either. Pem? Oh, nice. Well done. This is my issue. We've just won a penalty. I should be jumping with joy. This is to potentially make it 4-1. And this is, I'm assuming Mohamed Salah's going to take, who hasn't hit a barn door this game. Crowd's dead. This means nothing. If we came back from this, great. My doubts of believers thing throw out the window. This is slots the guy, but it's quite poor from them giving us this opportunity. I think this will say a lot about Salah and how he is in this Liverpool team. Come on, Mo. Just score. Don't make it worse. Come on, you. Score, score, score. Oh my god, he's missed. Go. He can go. They can all go in the bin. I feel like I'm actually living like a nightmare. Like, no, if you tell me what could go wrong, everything is. Salah's missed 4 golden opportunities, one being a pen. Oh my god. Oh, he's not good enough now, is he? Can't do anything. Oh my god. Awful pen. Perfect height for the keep. Is actually awful dumb. Should have taken that pen. Yeah, it shouldn't be. Mohamed Salah, you put your money on. You put your house on it back in the day. He's not the same guy. I'm just putting the stupid thing up again. Do this, people. Join the family. Because Salah's leaving it. I can't deal with this anymore. It was an awful pen. Man's saying needs to come off now. I knew it. I do not have any confidence in Mo taking this penalty. It's unreal, this. Kieran said he generally thought he was going to miss. Leia laughing emojis. Join the membership and you can actually use the laughing emojis that we have. Luke says Liverpool fans embarrassing. Liverpool collapsed after the first goal. Totally agree. I actually think we played well up to the first goal. Everything's gone wrong. Erling Haaland scored a hat trick. They're 4-0 up. We haven't scored a goal. Mohamed Salah's missed a penalty plus 3 for opportunities. Oh. It almost gets to a stage where if you want Slot to get sacked, you want this to be like 7 or 8 just for it to happen. Luke's going. Defense needs to clear out. Slot needs to go. Yeah. This is against the side that's going to be in the championship next season as well. That's a foul, surely? Oh, it needs to come off. I don't know what to do. Maz going to put Rio on. You hear him saying rest Hugo now for Paris. Yeah. I can see Maka, Rio, and Cody on the sideline about to come on. I assume he probably just rests people. He might keep Mo on just because he doesn't trust him. And he's one of the fittest as well. Oh my god. Luke's going Alonso en route after this game. Nice Scots accent, but to be fair, thanks. Been working on it. You just got to not make this embarrassing. Hugo's off. Florian Wirtz off. Mm. Oh my god. From doubters to doubters, absolute humiliation. What has gone on with us? Rio and Cody coming on. So he came off. Salah's still on. The commentators are saying because he doesn't want the crowd to turn against him. I'll be totally honest. I think it's because he doesn't. He might rest him. Well, not rest him. Drop him in the Paris game. And based on the performance, he deserves it. I wanted Salah to have the best send off ever, and honestly, 4-0. Even if we got one, we could have got 150 odd million for him. He has just taken off the players he wants in the Paris game. Ryan, Gravenberch, Verts, and Hugo. They're probably, other than like Van Dijk and stuff, his main three that he would have wanted. So obviously the international break did nothing for us. Dex saying Salah could have scored 4 for us today. Totally agree. He has no right foot. We've known that for years. What is going on, guys? What do we need to do? What do we need to do? Michael in the chat saying, at this point, I take the tea lady as the interim manager. Yeah, we're a disaster. Maz going, do you think Slot will play Salah every game, even when he's playing like he is today? No. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't play the Paris game. But then, like, who else do you play? Cody Gakpo. The only one you can do is start playing Rio, but chucking him in the deep end, like against Paris, is a lot. Oh my god. Austin, what's the score? It's 4-0 City, mate. So, yeah, he's winning City. City are not just winning, they are humiliating us. This is as bad as it gets. Like Kieran just said, start watching cricket. The scorelines aren't as high in the cricket as this. I just don't know where to go from here. My biggest concern is they get worse and worse every time. I mean, it's been like this all season. But even this recent run of form, we lost to bottom of the league Wolves in the league. Wolves we lost to. It's the manner of the defeats as well. They're either last minute defeats, like 90th minute, where you can't come back and it's embarrassing. And it's the biggest gut punch there is in football. Or the games like this where we absolutely get destroyed from start to finish and we can't complain. Trevor's going slice to go. You never walk alone. Yeah. Yeah, I've said for a long, long time that I wasn't so much on the slot out train, but even in the Wolves defeat, we managed to beat them in the cup to get into this stage of the competition, which now seems pointless now. We'd rather just win the league game. Draw at home to Spurs, who are one of the worst teams in the league at the moment, 1-1. And that pigeon Richarlison scoring another late equaliser. I think at that stage I was like, Slot needs to go. The Brighton game. But then we were like one step forward, 4 steps back, because then we go and beat Galatasaray 4-0. And you think, okay, after the disaster class in the away fixture at their place, losing 1-0, we showed our quality, but against a really poor defence. But you still got to do it 1-4-0. And we looked really good. But then losing the league to Brighton, who, they're good, but come on. And then we've had a long break, thinking, right, international break, they've been on fire. Van Dijk scored for his nation and won a game. Verts got 4 goal contributions with 2 outstanding goals and assists to carry his Germany side. Ekatike has been on fire. A lot of them have done really well for their nations. And it's been a good break. Salah's announced he's leaving, so hopefully this is a good farewell tour. But instead, Salah drops an absolute stinker. And we're losing 4-0 at the Etihad. They've done not the double over us, the treble. They've won all 3 games this season. We're out of the FA Cup. We can't compete in the Premier League other than trying to get top 5. And we have a Champions League tie against one of the best sides in the world in Paris. Dex and Ekatike and Verts are the only ones who know what they are doing. Yeah, Salah's taking a corner now. He probably won't be the first man. Kieran's game is not looking good for Arnie. Oh. I was going to say, Cherky was just seen putting Ekatike's. I think they swapped shirts when they both came off. And which is weird to swap shirts there and then anyway, because we're still 20 minutes of the game, no matter what the scoreline is. I'm not happy that they're swapping shirts now. I'll do that at the end of the game. But then Cherky was putting it on, and I think he got told to not because it's not a good look. Charles the second saying swapping shirts in the game is disgraceful. He's taking the mick. I totally agree. I'm not actually happy with Yakatike doing it then. I understand that they're like French teammates and whatnot, but this could be 5. Oh, he's not just quick enough. Why? The gaps are massive as well. Like, from the back to the front, look how deep our defence is, and then look how high our attack is. It makes the midfield look awful because they can't get close to either the back line or the front line either. Let's go. I'm disappointed with this club. Disappointing every week. Yeah. Like even if you get 2 goals, it's still we still have to get the other 2. Just 4-0. How bad do you have to be, lads? What do people want? He has to go. Harry Hughes PT saying what's going on. Harry, what's going on is Liverpool getting the pants pulled down. We're getting tickled with. We've got a quarter final at the Etihad against Man City, and we are absolutely getting teased, destroyed, dominated. 4-0. Haaland scored a hat trick. Salah's missed a penalty. And we still got a good 20 minutes to play here. This is as bad as it gets. What were we saying? Mike saying the only thing Slotter's done in the international break is top up on his glowing tan. Yeah, nothing in between the ears though. Trevor's going, I've never been a fan since he came and only won the league last year because Klopp's men, in my opinion. That is only Klopp's team is looking more and more realistic every game that goes by. Oh, at least McAllister had a shot. James Trafford is actually a really good goalkeeper. He's done really well for them in the League Cup final and this game. This could be 5. I honestly think they can get 5th. I agree with that comment from Spencer there. It feels like the Hodgson era. That's my biggest concern. Like, it's gone up against everything that Klopp built. I can't believe we won the league last year with this manager and this team. Well, not this team, actually, because it doesn't have Darwin, Jota, Diaz, even like backup keeper in Kelleher. You see Van Dijk's losing his head as well with them. We can't get close to anyone. We got some players out there not doing anything. They're not marking anyone. We've lost the ability as well to keep the ball and try and protect it. Haaland's coming off. Kieran saying, thank God they're taking the Viking off. Outstanding, probably man of the match. Hat trick there. Francis, can you please show the game? Unfortunately, I can't. Otherwise, TikTok will take it down. But if you're a Liverpool fan, then you wouldn't want to because this is as bad as it gets. It's a sad sight to see Pep Linders hugging Man City players as well against Liverpool. UK John saying, I hope we do not score a goal here. Yeah, that's mad to say. But I think people would rather just like lose badly so he gets a sack. Maz Chiesa coming on for Salah off. Yeah. It's embarrassing. Spence going, the way we've played, I don't have a lot of confidence. There's a rumour that Palace are interested in Slot, honestly. Trevor saying, I hope we just get fifth place. As much as some people want the downfall for Liverpool, one, obviously, not fans of Liverpool, but for even Liverpool fans, I think some of us would be like, I hope it just gets bad enough where slot goes. But what we can't do is sacrifice next season. Like, we've got to get top five or whatever it is, because we cannot play in the Europa League next season. Can't play in the Europa League next season, whoever's in charge. And I just look around this team. I still think this team's too good to be playing the way it is. I feel like they've lost complete faith in him. It is the Roy Hodgson era, a bit like Brendan Rodgers. Oh, the disconnect from back to front is appalling. Good defending is absolutely appalling. Absolutely appalling. Well, if you are enjoying this, please make sure to like, subscribe, share, join the Denty membership family. Like the stream, because honestly, this is not enjoyable. I know some of you are watching on a hate watch and having a real good time over it, but do your best you can, because if I've got to do this, then at least make it worthwhile for me. I'm watching our lads get absolutely destroyed here. 4-0. Can't wait for Kieran and Ronnie to return to these. Elijah going, I'm slot out finally. Matt's going, I think Slot has lost the dressing room. I think that's a big part of it. I think Slot is just completely. Again, we're not doubters to believers. I just think there's all hope has been completely gone from this side. Completely gone from this side. What people saying? People just laughing. If the difference between fifth and sixth is his job, then the board incompetent. Yes, bruv. Yes, bruv. I actually agree with that. Richard, how's the? Okay, I'm not reading that. Trevor again, what do you think of our chances of the Champions League in the week? Less optimistic than I was before, and they're getting more and more less optimistic every time we seem to play a game of football. We just seem to be getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Liverpool hater saying Liverpool Scouts has better tighten up at the back or they lose this. Okay. Well said, Elijah. You must have a sad life. You made a troll account with a laughing emoji. Spence going, I've been here for a while, Elijah, but I'm not sure if it will actually happen. Kieran saying, I'm very cautious to see what the Liverpool players say about Slot after he leaves the club, especially compared to Klopp. I think the way it's going, I think a lot of them be happy to see the back of him, to be honest. Like he's in with laughing emojis, all City fans. See, what can City do? City can go and win the FA Cup potentially. They've won the League Cup. I still think you guys are still a bit off for the Premier League. You're out the Champions League. My thing is we're still in the Champions League. It's probably due to the game we got. We got automatically qualified, whereas you had to. Did you have to do the hard yards? I think so. And then you had Real Madrid, whereas we had Galatasaray, and we still made a meal like that in the first leg. Ever since they've scored the goal, we've absolutely crumbled. Literally everything I said at the beginning of the game. Everything I said at the beginning of the game. When it gets tough, we don't have that bottle in us. I thought we played well for half an hour up until they scored, and since then we've been absolutely toyed with. Spencer's just saying puts out our misery. Kieran saying, yep, can see it now. Lol sat in an interview with Rio Ferdinand for some reason. Liverpool hate saying, Slot will turn this around. Give Slot a lifetime contract. Give him time. I feel like you're here just for the mess about. Fred going to miss last season. Honestly, what happened to that team? What happened to the league champions? Makes me laugh as well. Last season, it was such a good season, winning the league and the way we did it. But even at times, people going like Don was in the cam going, "Oh, we need someone a bit better in there. He's done well, but we need someone that gets goals and assists." Whole reason we bought Florian Wirtz in. Then Dom has the greatest season he's ever had, so it made it awkward to drop him. Maka, arguably the greatest Premier League midfielder last season, and fallen off a cliff this season. Konate won the best centre halves in the league last year, completely fallen off. And the biggest one, Mohamed Salah, the greatest individual season ever, and this time couldn't hit a barn door. I'm concerned they're going to get 5. Oh, I should do better there. Yeah. Is anyone slot in? Other than the Liverpool hater, or anyone who's a Liverpool, I should say. Not like Dylan or anyone. Is anyone Arnie slot in? Because I think I was gone from the Spurs game. And I came into this international break a bit more optimistic. Just out of hope rather than any proof out there. Stephen going, it happened to Blackburn and Leicester, one great season, and then you fall apart. Yeah, I don't like to be compared to Leicester and Blackburn, but I can't argue with the point. Yes, bro, saying Canate's head's been in the Spanish capital for months, lad. Bit similar to Trent's, to be fair. He somehow can't even get into the England squad, a 37-man squad. Craig saying, should have been sacked after losing 3-0 to Forest and 4-1 to PSV. Yeah, I mean, if you were going to do it, it was going to be a long, long time ago. I think we got to a stage now where it's pretty pointless. I think the only way you do it now is, well, we're definitely getting out of the quarterfinals here. If we're knocked out of the quarterfinals to Paris, because I think changing it before the Paris game might be a bit much. So we get knocked out there, and we lose probably another league game in between all that. Like, say if we lose all 4 games, this one, both the Paris games and the game against Fulham on the weekend, I think you probably can, because there's a real threat that he's not going to do enough to get us top 5. I think, unfortunately, say winning the Champions League is not the main goal this year. It's making sure we're in it next year, so whoever is in charge can steady this ship again, because we're not getting Xavi Alonso in or whatever if we're playing Europa League football next season, and we're not getting the personnel, or some players will be leaving anyway. Isak, Wirtz, and Ekatike didn't join to play Thursday nights. Elijah going, they can now 4-0 versus a mediocre City team. We used to play City in big battles, big games. Some of the best games I've ever seen are Man City versus Liverpool. And this isn't one of those City teams. They're a lot better than what they were than a few months ago, but they're not 4-0. Well, maybe 4-0 better than this Liverpool team, but yeah, the noise is going to be heavy after this. The noise is going to be loud. People are going to want him to go 4-0. 4-0. What are people saying on YouTube? Kieran going, I'm not slot in, not 100% slot out. Why are you then? You got to make, you're the board, you're sacking him? Or you're not? That's a foul. Unfortunately, Kieran, you can't be both. You've got to do one or the other. Spencer going, I was out 3-4 weeks ago. Yeah, I feel it's the same. We can't go on like this, surely. Elijah going, Kieran, I don't know how you guys aren't slot out after this. I think I've been slot out since the Spurs game. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, a league winner, but I was old enough to have lived or understand football well enough in the Brendan Rodgers and Roy Hodgson stages where I just had no hope going into any games. And he's probably a really good manager. We know Slot's a really good manager tactically, but being a really good manager and being a Liverpool manager are two different things. And he's lost the fan base, obviously, because the majority of people are slot out. We're also not winning games, which is probably the biggest thing. The football's gone. He just doesn't have that same personality. The thing is, you're not going to find Klopp. That's my biggest thing. You're not going to find Jurgen Klopp unless it's Jurgen Klopp. But I think Jurgen Klopp was always such an obvious guy to come in, because when we signed him from Dortmund, he just won he won the league against Bayern Munich in a Borussia Dortmund side, built a really good side, got Dortmund to a Champions League final, so he had credit in the bank. Arne Slot won a few leagues in the Netherlands, but it's a complete different kettle of fish. The only thing with Alonso, he's managed to win with Leverkusen against a Bayern Munich side who always wins the league. Did an invincible season as well with them. Got to a Europa League final, so he's managed to be in the big competitions late on. So it might be it. UK Don saying Dutch league was easy league. Kieran saying, is that not the same description as Xavi at the moment? That's what I'm saying. Won the league in Germany. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like Alonso K as I don't think got the same credibility as Klopp, but won a league in Germany who's not Bayern Munich. Got to a European final with the side. Also did an invincible season. He's also worked with Florian Wirtz and Frimpong. And also, I'm always like, grass isn't always greener, so we get rid of Slot. But the grass is not green right now. It's very muddied. It looks like a load of kids have been on our grass kicking it. A load of worms on there at the moment. And we might just need change. Because if we don't get Alonso now, he won't sit around forever waiting for us. He'll go somewhere else. Whether it's, say, Bayern Munich or wherever. There's a lot of top nations. Pep Guardiola might not have too long at City. You don't want to miss the opportunity and him go there or wherever. UK Don saying, see you Wednesday night, Bio. Loved having you in the stream. UK Dom. I mean, Pep Guardiola's already gone. That's it. 4-0. Game's over. Trevor saying, might catch you in the week if you're on You'll Never Walk Alone. We will be on. We will be on Wednesday night against Paris Saint-Germain. So make sure to stick around for that. We're not ending the stream right now. I want to hear people's opinions on both TikTok and YouTube, what they thought of the game. But that might be the worst we've had? No, we had 4-1 against PSV, 3-0 against Forest, but so we're out of the cup. I've been waiting so long for the league, for football to start again. Absolutely destroyed. If I wake up or later tonight see Arne Slot sacked, I'm not going to be surprised. It'd be very much deserved by the way we performed this season. You can win a league title you like, but even when Klopp wasn't at his best, we still had something about us. This team's just got nothing. It's as bad as it gets. Oh, I'm so done with this team. Thank you, Trevor, for being part of the stream. Spencer saying I saw this coming. Yeah, I think I was a bit like you. I was being more delusional than realistic. Elijah's going slow out now. This was worse than PSV at home. I think the only way this is worse than PSV at home is because it's happened for so long. I think PSV at home was bad, but it was also quite new. It was like, what the hell is this? Like, we've not been used to this. 4-0. 4-0. Spencer going, I figured we would have been beaten today, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad. Maz going, Slot's post-match interview is going to be interesting. Sometimes I wonder if he watches the same game as us. He should be embarrassed. He had no solutions. I totally agree with all that. My biggest thing with Slot now is not with now, just in general. What has been annoying me as well as the results and stuff for Slot is I'm sick of him praising other teams like constantly all last season and this year. Compare like saying how great PSG are, who we've got to go to battle with for the next 2 games for the next week in the Champions League quarter final. We've got to battle against them, give up them everything we've got. And he goes on talking about how great they are and how he wants to play football like that. He also goes on about how great Pep Guardiola is. We know, but we are Liverpool. We have been the team that have been able to dethrone Man City and give them their hardest test. Pep Guardiola said his hardest games have been against Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp's sides. But we got our manager bum licking him, saying how great they are. Like, I understand it, they're great. We all know they're great, these teams like Paris and City. But we don't need our manager, our spokes leader. As well as being a manager, your job as a Liverpool manager is to be the voice of us, the fan base of the club. We have to go off your every word. And if you keep telling us how great these other teams are, then no wonder we're getting performances like this. You keep saying how great these Pep Guardiola sides are and how you took your footballing inspiration off them. Well, he's just taught you with other lessons. So obviously you've not been reading the playbook well enough. Because these top managers are able to win when they're bad. City, even when they're awful, which they've been this year, they're still good. The same as I was saying about Mohamed Salah, other than this season. When he's still bad, he's still unbelievable. This year, though, awful. And I think that penalty could not have summed his season up anymore. I don't think this is going to be the farewell tour that we were all hoping for with Mohamed Salah. But at this stage, as much as he's a legend, as much as he's the king, the greatest player in Liverpool in the last decade and one of the greatest of all time, I support Liverpool Football Club, not Mohamed Salah, and we need to protect ourselves. And if that means dropping him for more games because he's playing the way he is, then we're going to have to do it because we cannot go on like this. Yep, 4-0, crazy. John My Pal saying, what's happening? Ha ha ha. I just said what's happening. We're getting our pants pulled down and we got a man in charge. You cannot control it. He's steering the Titanic down. Losing to a corrupt team isn't really a loss. City shouldn't even be in the league anymore, says Connor. Yeah, but where we can whether they cheats and they should lose their league titles, whatever you want to say, they we still got to play them out on the field now. It's still 11 men against another 11 men. Like, they haven't got superpowers. They may cheat their way to get into this position for over the last decade, but we spent like 400 million in the summer. We cannot go anywhere in the world and lose 4-0. Or if you do, it can be a one-off. You can have crazy games where you lose and you lose heavy and you have to just brush it off and go, wow, it was just one of those days. We can get anything clicking and the other team are on fire and momentum was with them. My biggest issue is this isn't the beginning. Losing 2-1 to Wolves, 2-1 to Brighton, drawing to the awful side in Spurs. These are all recent results as well. I'm not talking back a few months ago where we're constantly losing the 90th minute. Losing to PSV 4-1, Forest 3-0. Like, this is as bad as it gets. Out of another cup competition now. And we're going to face one. I mean, City are one of the best teams in the world, but even probably a better side in Paris at the moment. And this is not the confidence boost we need as players, as a team, as fans. And Arne Slot's going to do a good job being the manager going into those games. Suzanne saying City was clinical. Totally agree. I didn't even think they had many chances before they scored the first goal. But like I said before the game, my issue is when something bad happens to us, we concede a penalty, it's game over. There's no fight, there's no comeback, there's no grit between our teeth. We're just a shell of the team that we used to be, the league champions, the team under Jurgen Klopp. It's embarrassing, to be honest. I hate actually having to sit here on the internet for everyone and talk about how bad we are. Ever since I've started this channel, it's been since Jurgen Klopp's taken charge, and thank goodness we've had the greatest time as Liverpool fans in our life. But if I had to do this channel under the Roy Hodgson days or Brendan Rodgers days or the times before that, then even when Kenny Dalglish took that little spell charge the second time, yeah, it would have been. I probably would have ended up like AFTV, where they're all just swearing and cursing and being deluded. Try not to be delusional here, but I know this team's better than this. And whether Slot is the man that needs to be gone to get this change back, then it might have to be that. I don't think he's the only issue, but you can tell the dressing room's gone. You can tell the fan base are gone. I'm interested to hear his interview, but to be honest, I almost don't want to hear it either. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I've just been given a tissue to wipe my tears, so thank you for that.
No problem.
Yeah. Sake. Again, laughed at by Tottenham fans. Awful. What are people saying? This is just Spence going, it's rinse and repeat. Awful. Elijah going, we scored at home to PSV. At least we did that. I mean, Salah had a penalty. He's not the same man he used to be. Elijah, I wish Slot the best, but isn't the man for the job. I think if Slot was to get sacked, people would be like, thank you for what you did, but it's time to go. We're not going to be thankful if we don't get Champions League football next season. He's also saying, I hope we get Alonso in the summer, so bad. We're getting to a stage where we need someone now. Gerrard, Klopp, Alonso for at least the last 10 games we got the season. Because it's only going to be the remaining 7 games of the Premier League and the 2 in the Champions League. And if we manage to get through, hopefully more. But to beat Paris and then to beat Bayern or Real Madrid, with you, Arne Slot in charge, I don't see it happening, if I'm totally honest. Matt saying once you lose some of the fan base, it's hard to turn them around. Totally agree. I think we're very loyal, but I think a lot of us have stuck long enough and the performances are getting worse. The results are getting worse. Nothing seems to be changing. We've spent millions. And as much as I didn't like the phrase, it was Klopp's team last year, I think every game that Slot plays, he's actually proven that more and more. The second he got rid of Slot's team and they've aged or he sold them, we just got worse. A big issue as well, we've sold a lot of our young talent, English talent, Scouse talent, core, like, was it Morgan's when Elliott's gone, Jones looks like he's going, Trent's gone, Keller's gone. Like, the core that we had as those young lads who won the League Cup with us, a lot of them aren't even there anymore. Slot's got no interest. He's just seen, the board, they've just seen the dollar signs in them and sold them on for good money, but what's coming after this? Where's the next crop? Do we just have to spend another 100 million on or 500 billion on foreign players who need at least a year to adapt to the league? We can't be playing catch up. This was the time to dominate. This is what we thought anyway. Matt saying Salah will go to Saudi. If we would have taken the 150 million in hindsight, it would have been lovely. Oh, Jarrell Kwanzaa as well, gone. That's a good point from Kieran. Yeah, Kwanzaa left too. We could have used them this season. Exactly. Just like young English talent or players. I'm not saying they were good enough, but we just shipped them all out, all for the profit to get these Verts, Isak, Ekatikes, Kirkes, Fringpongs in. We all love playing fancy manager in the summer, all these signings, but it's now not looking like a smart business decision because as much as we've made profit on players, but I just feel like you've taken that real core out of the club. We haven't got people like Hendo and Milner as well running the change room. I think Van Dijk would do a good job. Salah does it in his own right because of the legendary status that he has, but I don't think Slot's the guy to be doing it. He doesn't seem to be that guy that Klopp would be yelling at people, so it needs to be coming from somewhere. Well, we got Ghostface saying, wait, so PSG didn't want to play Lens so they could prepare for the Liverpool game, but they played Tourist last night. Yeah, I think they would have played on the weekend, but it's the midweek ones they don't want to do. So like when they go midweek, they want that weekend off to that. Honestly, you don't need to rest for us. Just look at us out there. Why you need to prepare for us at the moment is a joke. I think a Sunday league team could rock up against us at the moment and give us a good game when we perform like that. I don't agree that they've been able to have that fixture off, especially one, how big of a game it is in the French league, because it's a Lens who are only a point off them in the league. So there's a real chance for them to gain points with Paris potentially being in a tough battle with us. But honestly, watching us like that, I give us no hope. Tactics saying Man United, Arsenal, and Chelsea have all been transitions over the past few years. Yeah, but I didn't feel like we had to be. We just won the league. This didn't have to be transitional like it had to be. We didn't have to chop and change as much as we did. It was all fun in the summer when we saw like who we were signing and stuff. But when you see what Luis Diaz is doing out in Bayern Munich, is the money worth that much? Is it worth that much, losing world-class players to make a bit of profit? A lot of laughing emojis on TikTok. 4-0 was rough, totally agree. Joe was saying, as much as I'm slot out, it gets to a point, man. These players, totally agree. I think some of the players, again, off scot-free when we keep talking about Arnie Slot. But I feel like a lot of us know that these players are good. But then we know Arnie Slot's good. He won a Premier League in his first year. Oh, I'm driving myself insane. Like, repeating myself, trying to justify one or the other. I mean, Salah's not the player he was. Let me know what you think, because I'm going to start driving myself mad talking about it. Why did Verts and Ekitike not play? Either you're being very sarcastic or yeah, we're not watching the game. They got rested anyway. We were just resting. That's what today was. It was a big rest for the Champions League game because that's where the bread and butter is. Slot is going to be the greatest Liverpool manager ever by winning the Premier League in his first season and the Champions League in his second season. As Ange Postecoglou said, we always win stuff in our second season. And the first season's even better. Night Like Night says no player wanted to win, not one. Yeah, it looked like it. What I don't understand is it was such a decent first half. Like, I actually thought we played all right at the beginning. First 30 minutes, I thought we were moving the ball nicely. But this is my issue. I think Arne Slot is a manager. I think you can represent the team a lot from what the manager's like. I think it's very looks good at training. Like when you get the cones out and you're making those fast passes in between the line stuff. Like we can do that. Like we can do it on the training ground. We can do it here when all's rosy. When things get tough, we just don't have that fight about us. And not just you can lose games of football, but you cannot lose 4-0 against anyone, especially against one of your biggest rivals. Erling Haaland probably never had an easier game in his life against Liverpool than the game he had. There used to be a stage where he never scored against Liverpool. This season, he scored 5 goals against us. Well, it might be 6, actually. Spencer saying we did not play well at the start, then the wheels fell off, massively fell off. Ghost was saying Friday's midweek, though. I think they lied to the Federation, haven't allowed them to. Oh, that was about the Lens and PSG game, I think. Had we taken our early chances, it might have been different. Totally agree. Might have been different, but that's the thing. We have to be winning or it has to be rosy. The second we go 1-0 behind, all season we seem to crumble. Or when games are tight at the end, we don't have the bottom. We leak late goals. As long as it's all going rosy, like the 4-0 game against Galatasaray at home, you get the 1-0 lead, then you get the second quite quick, and then it's all fine and rosy. And then you start seeing these world-class players playing the best football that you've ever seen in the world. Second, it gets tough. We've got nothing about us. What was some other people saying? Mickey saying Slot had enough chances, time to go. It's fair enough. He's had many, many chances. Arnie Slot has to go, says Emmett. Perry saying Slot out, Gerrard in as intern. Do people want Gerrard in? Or do we care who it is as long as it's not Slot now? Is it just get rid of Slot, and whoever is in now can't do a worse job. Would Gerrard be enough for these last 7 Premier League games? Let's not even worry about the Champions League. Like, would that be enough just for a pick-me-up to get us going? Or do we need someone like Alonso to actually do something? No one is going to come in now and tactically change things. So it might just be, do we just get Klopp in for a pick-me-up? Spencer saying, sadly, I'm expecting a lot more of this for the rest of the year. That's what I'm dreading as well. Night saying, Gerrard can't be worse. See, I don't even think Gerrard's a great manager. But for what we've seen... Matt saying, I welcome the Gerrard stare back. Yeah, Matt, you're well up for Gerrard coming in, aren't you? Maybe at this stage. I wouldn't want Gerrard as the full-time manager, but for like the last few games, I'm not convinced that we'll get what we want, which is top 5 with Arne Slot. The only positive thing is it's not top 4, it's top 5. And 2, the teams that we're competing with aren't the greatest either. Like Chelsea aren't in a good place themselves. They hate Liam Racine or whatever his name is at the moment. Enzo Fernandez has got like a 2-game ban suspension for talking bad against him. Cucurella's come out as well, so they're no good. Everton, Brentford, Newcastle, they're not too far behind, but again, you never see those teams making enough of a run. But again, are we going to get the points to stay clear of them? And Villa United might just be too far ahead, unfortunately. So I don't know. We're gonna really push it. Maz going, Alonso hates shoes. Oh, is he? We need Spence saying we need someone to get a manager boost, but not sure if it's Stevie G would be the answer. That's what I mean. Who, if it's not Gerrard, who is it? Is it Alonso? I think a lot of people just like to see Klopp coming for 7 games, wherever he do it. Arnie can salvage some pride by qualifying us for the Champions League. Yeah, I mean, that's the bare minimum. The bare minimum he needs to do, qualify for the Champions League. I mean, I don't even expect us to qualify into the semi-finals of the Champions League, especially after watching our quarter-final performance here against City. I don't expect it, but we can't lose 4-0. That's what hurts the most. It was pants pulled down material. It's embarrassing. I just hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Right, James saying we have the most tired midfield I've ever seen. No press. I totally agree with that, James. The thing I'm going to say with that is I think that also comes down to a tactical decision. We had Ryan Gravenberch sitting very well as 6 last year, and Maka was unplayable. Maka looks dead, and we've seen even under Jurgen Klopp that he can't do the running. But again, on the ball and position-wise, he's one of the best in the world. Watching us here today, if you watch where our back line sits and where our front line are pressing, the spaces are honestly huge. Like, the midfield can't even sit back with the defence because it leaves a massive gap in between them and the strikers. If they try and go forward with the strikers, the amount of space that's been left in behind, and it's happened a lot in this game as well. Like, the midfield aren't doing a good job, but I think as a team, like, you need to be, as Rafa Benitez used to say, compact. We need to stay compact. And as much as that's boring football, but even City do it, the best teams do it. Like, you can still press under Jurgen Klopp. We press really high, but we were compact. The centre halves and midfield were really tight to the forwards when we did the press. Being compact doesn't mean defensive. Compact means you can either be sat back, like defensive teams do and be compact, or you can press really high but be compact. But when you try and sit back and try and press, you just leave the midfield exposed. And I don't think they've got the greatest legs in the world anyway. And you're just exposing their weaknesses even more so, which is hurting us massively this season because every team is just running through us. Jamie saying drop Salah for Frimpong. I'm sick of him. Yeah, it's horrible to say about a living legend, but again, after these performances, he must go. Mad's going, I wonder if Slot brought a house or is renting. That's very good. Wherever he's done, I think he needs to be looking on the market to get rid. Actually going, Gravenberch is not a specialist. CDM, Adam Wharton is, and Man United are after him as well. I think there's a few people. I think we need... What do we need? Maybe a. Do we need a right back? We shouldn't need a right back because we've got Joe Gomez, Frimpong, and Connor Bradley. That's three. The fact is they're all injury prone, which hasn't helped this season. So, but Dominic Szoboszlai's played there at times. So I would say right back, but if you got three, they're all not going to play, and you assume they're all not going to be injured. We need a better pre-season as well, no matter what happens. Centre halves, we've only got Ibu, Verge, and really Gomez, but we got Leone, who's come in, who's been injured all season, who looked very good in that one game, but it's hard to tell. And Jackie, whatever his name is, we're signing. But again, those two are very young. We probably need another centre half, and also need to figure out what's happening with Ibu Konate, whether he's going in the summer. If he goes, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but my biggest question is who comes in to replace him. He's definitely one of those players when things are all rosy, he looks like the best centre half in the world. When it's bad, it looks bad. And the guy that's coming onto my screen now, Mark Gay, how we weren't able to sign him. We had it in the bag as well. Having him now would have been a lifesaver. I bet he can't believe his luck joining City instead of us, the way the season's panned out. And the reason we didn't get him is because of the way the season's panned out. In the summer, Crystal Palace messed us around. Their chairman was at a Pilates class and didn't get the deal done because they couldn't sign another centre half. Then in January, should have been done on the 1st of Jan, but instead we're messing about with it, and now he's a Man City player because of where both clubs were at that time. Do we need another left back? Maybe if Robbo goes, that'd be the only reason. We need more midfielders. I mean, there's a lot of players going with the likes of Arsenal, City, United at the moment, like your Tonali's, your Elliot Andersons, your Adam Whartons. There's a lot of midfielders on the market, and a lot of these teams need top midfielders because, like, for United, Casemiro's going. For Man City, Bernardo Silva's going. Maybe Rodri might be going as well to Real Madrid or somewhere else. Arsenal probably need to revamp in that position as well and to strengthen his league champions. So we can't fall behind by not getting these players. We spent a lot in the summer, but we need to go and reinvest, which sounds crazy and I hate to say it. But we got rid of a lot of our young talent to buy these players, and we're going to have to go out again and do it just to stay in the mix of it because Gravenberch and McAllister don't have the legs. I don't feel like he's that convinced with Curtis Jones either. He might be another young English talent Scouser gone just for profit. Harvey Elliott's not in the squad and doesn't look like Arne Slot wants him back anytime soon, even when he couldn't get in the Villa side, even just to make numbers up. Dominic Szoboszlai, a lifesaver this season, but again, we can't all rely on him. And then forward wide, Mohamed Salah's going, so we need replacements, a winger. People, I keep hearing Elise, but honestly, why would he want to join us? There's no reason to. And then hopefully we get Alexander Isak back. So realistically, we need probably at least one winger, maybe a top class winger and someone on the fringes. Maybe the other forward to back up the other two. At least one or two central midfielders for numbers and quality. And probably the other centre half as cover and maybe a fullback. It's way too many people. And this isn't including the ones that are leaving. Alisson signed a new deal, but he's always injured. Marmadashvili, again, hasn't proven that he's good enough yet, considering we got rid of Kelleher for 12 million. Van Dijk's getting another year older. Salah's leaving at the end of the year. Robbo isn't getting game time, so whether he wants to stick around or not. Yeah, it's tough. Spencer saying, well, thanks for getting me even more depressed time. Sorry, I'm just trying to speak the truth. I'm just trying to... It's been a while since I've been on the channel because been away in Australia for a while, so the others were able to hold the fort for me for a bit. And the games I was watching in Australia, I was trying to figure out whether I was just tired or getting depressed, but yeah. Sorry, Spence. Not me. I came in here like you with a lot of optimism, but it's as bad as it's been. I know. I want to be optimistic like you. I want to take us back to like last year winning the league. I want those Champions League final nights. The video where most of us saw us from jumping on that couch from that 4-0 win. Instead, I'm sat here by myself talking about how we've lost 4-0 to Man City and out the cup and how it's not looking any greener going forward. Matt saying Mac wants to leave. I've sort of heard these rumours as well. after the season he's just had, might not be the worst, but again, I don't know where we go from here. Like we then need, like I said, we need to then go and get a replacement, like the players have said, or someone else. Jonathan saying, "Why are you talking like Slot will be there next season?" There's not. I'm not even talking about the Slot. That's just in general, like whether it's Slot or not. I think Slot has to go now. Whether you want to do it before the Paris games or at the end of the season, but what we can't do is not get top five. So the board need to make the right decision of making sure that we save it's Alonso that we're definitely going to get in the summer. I not anti. Let's not bring him in now because it could make his reputation in the club at the beginning, like come into a bad side and not be the kickstart that we need, even worse. People will be like, "Oh my god, we just gone from a Slot to Alonso and it still was bad." Let him have the summer. Let him have pre-season. But we need to make sure we're in a good position for next season. So if Slot's not going to be able to do it, you need someone in, whether it's Klopp, Gerrard, or anyone. Get Pep Linders in for a few games. We need someone able to change the fortunes of what's going on at the moment. Someone saying, as a City fan, thanks for the match today. I think you just had a very unfortunate match. Couldn't unfortunate, mate. That's the half of it. 4-0, unfortunate. Honestly, you should see us on our bad days. But yeah, I appreciate you sticking around with the live stream. For anyone who doesn't know as well, we'll be here for the Paris game midweek. I should be with Kieran, so at least we can cry together. Hopefully we can turn around. I just don't know where we go from here. It was bad before we left the international break. I was just hoping we came back refreshed. Players have got away from this Arnie Slot football and played some of their better football for their national teams. Yeah, they just showing the replays here. Erling Haaland had a field day with a lot of them. Actually saying you keep forgetting the preseason will be interrupted for a very long World Cup. I forgot. You're right. We're screwed. We're so screwed. Like and subscribe. Oh, I forgot about the World Cup. At least we won't have to watch Liverpool play for a few weeks or months. Just be able to watch England lose, get some games. Yeah, that's yeah. But the only thing with that, at least a lot of other teams will be in the same boat. We had a late preseason because of the tragedy that what happened with Jota. But everyone else will be in the similar boat with the World Cup. So we got no excuses in that department. I mean, the way that some of these players have performed, they probably don't even deserve to get the call up. But again, we just saw them with their national teams. A lot of them had really good international breaks. Just when they put on that red Liverpool shirt, they're absolute shambles. Emmett saying Liverpool will be playing pre-season. Hopefully they might win a pre-season trophy. Potentially. If that's what's come to. All I want for the rest of the season, like bare minimum, if I can like wish on anything, I obviously want us to win the Champions League, but realistically, the way it's gone this season, the teams we've got to come up against, if we go out to Paris in the next week, then it's rubbish. I'll hate it, but I'll just have to accept the season that this has become. We have to get Champions League football next year. So if that's finishing fifth, or if it has to be finishing fourth, we have to get that no matter what. That has to be the bare minimum. And no matter how it happens, whether it's a load of own goals from the other teams or whatever, points get deducted from other teams. We need to get Champions League football next season. And I'd like Mohamed Salah to at least leave on somewhat of a high, whether that's individual or mainly team performance. The dream scenario is Arnie Slot is the man that can get that, and then we can all shake hands going, thanks for the league title last year. At least you got us to the Champions League this season coming up. But it's time to part ways. The Xavi Alonso era begins and we all move on. That's the bare minimum. My concern is nothing changes. We get worse. Salah gets even worse. We're out the Champions League and we don't qualify next season. So, Kai saying, I'm just still finding it funny that people were telling us Van Dijk was the best centre half ever. He is. Emmett Slot out. Yeah. Mainstream LFC saying Alonso won't get the job. Do you not think, if it's not Alonso, who else? Why wouldn't he get the job either? Do we not think he's the man? Spencer Gain, we are not beating PSG, sadly. God, someone's got to give me some optimism. Is there any optimism from anyone? Has anyone got anything? Has anyone got anything good to say about Liverpool coming up? One thing. Anything good with Liverpool? Currently, not in the past or in the future. Something now. He's not Maldini, though, is. Yeah, I'm not saying he was Maldini, but I still think he's the greatest centre half that's ever played the game. That's not comparing him to Maldini. That's putting him on a level above Maldini. That's Man United fans. I'm not really. Salah's leaving finally. If that's the optimism, then that's a sad sight. But I wonder. I was going. Wonder if we'll hear from him, or will he actually have an interview after that? Yeah. I almost don't even want to hear the Arne Slot interview. Like, he's wound me up that much this season that it does concern me. Spencer saying, not from me. Nope, sorry. Yeah. Okay. I don't blame you, mate. I was just trying, like we were at the beginning of the game. Ashley saying, yeah, the new kit will be out soon, so that's a good thing. Liverpool have a new kit. You know what? I'm so glad I got gifted these kits and not paid for them. I actually like this Liverpool kit, but honestly, one awful season. Would have rather had the McDonald's kit of last season when we won the league. Ellie Green saying, what a day. Oh, you're a City fan. Okay, great. I said it before the season started that United's taking your spot for the Champions League next. That's what even worse. Man United fans piping up. You were awful. Awful. Last season for the last decade. And even at the beginning of the year, the second you sacked Amrin, you've managed to turn around and play some good stuff. That's what I'm thinking. Is it slot out like Pickle 67 saying, or 67 saying, do we just get rid of him and our season turns round with little of it to go? D Smithy saying, spend another 500 million, you might get somewhere. Might be a good plan. Might be what we need to do. Buy needs to help Liverpool. Yeah, that's not really been great business. I'm hoping in the start of next season it does, but yeah, that looks like the biggest waste of money so far. But again, is we bought them for 6 seasons, not the one. Like I've been told many times, but we have wasted a lot of money on this season and got nothing for it. My also concern is he looks old now since the videos and stuff. He's got that beard. Oh, Slot speaking. What was he gonna say? So they say it's disappointing. What does he think? Yeah, he's disappointed. Okay, he's disappointed. We all are, mate. Change it. Things are missing. We know that. Yeah, we're not scoring goals. I can tell you that. I agree with that. It was an equal game up to the goal, which he said. I agree with that. Yeah, we just conceded just for half time. Awful time to concede. Because mentally it's not easy, and you try and pick things up at half time. What are you doing there? Because mentally this team seems to crumble when things go against us. Yeah, the penalty that we had meant nothing. I agree. Salah missed it anyway. He's had an awful season. Yeah, we have to defend so much better after 20 minutes. But he doesn't seem to be the man to turn it around. That's what I think people are getting annoyed with. I mean, the interview is saying there was a chance for the game to be turned around. There was an opportunity from 2-0 down. Yeah, 2-0 is not nice for half time. We were all saying that slot. I was saying that sat on this chair. You're at the ground as the manager. Things were equal. I agree. First half an hour was alright, but then it just absolutely went tits up. You saying Liverpool the worst reigning champions ever? Agree. I think like Chelsea year where they finished like 10th maybe. because we're still high up in the Champions League and stuff, and we might still get top 5. Holly saying, Sabozzo saying there was no fight mentality. We have said this all season. Totally agree, Holly. It's been my biggest thing. From doubts to believers, we've got no fighting spirit. And I think with comments like that, he's lost his dressing room. The same way like the Chelsea players have come out questioning stuff. I think Liam Rossini's lost that dressing room as well. He's... Oh, yeah. He's talking about why Salah took the penalty. He's just saying people miss penalties. I mean, Salah, you'd back Salah to take penalty, but this season, I think they just summed him up. Oh, Sharon saying Xavi Alonso before PSG with the praying emojis. I think a lot of us are like that. Spence saying, what did you say at halftime? Obviously, it didn't do much. Totally agree, Spence. Nothing changed. Maz Salah has no solution at this point. I think that's the biggest concern at the moment. There seems to be no change, no solution. What's going on? What else we got? Luke's construction company saying Liverpool board is very useless. They didn't think, they're very foolish. It's looking like that with some of the business we've done, and also with Slot still being in the job. Aaron saying Slot needs to go, Salah needs dropping, Alonso and Gerrard in. Is that what people want? The Gerrard Mads, you might be getting your wish. Do people want the Gerrard and Alonso double up combo as the manager and the assistant? And do you think that's going to be able to change our season this year and for the future? And she's just asking about the Paris game. Yeah, it's not every season you're playing quarterfinals to the Champions League. Same, mate. Back up your ideas because I cannot sit through 2 legs of those performances. Vag, Jarry, whatever is the name saying we got buckled today, mate. Yeah. I want Hansi Flick or Thiago, to be honest. Hansi Flick. I mean, Hansi Flick said he's going to retire after Barcelona, I believe. And Thiago, if you mean our old player Thiago, I think that'll be a massive step up from what he has been doing. Holly saying, anyone agree that we need Jurgen Klopp back? For the last 7 games, I wouldn't mind. Or he has sort of rumoured with the thought of returning full time again. It's just when and where. I definitely take him back, but I also don't want to like move back in the past. But because the biggest concern is he comes back for like a year or 2, then he ends up retiring anyway. So where's that leave us? Like, we then got to find someone else. Oh, they're showing the the Mo Salah penalty again. It's just awful. James Trafford, what a time he's having at City in the minute. Saving Salah penalties, keeping a clean sheet against Liverpool, winning the League Cup for City in the final. And he's not even their first team keeper. Yet our second choice keeper's got to play the rest of the season because we have the greatest goalkeeper of all time constantly injured. And Mamardashvili doesn't look up to scratch at the moment. Ryan saying, I want to see Isak on the pitch against PSG or we are losing. Again, it's a lot to ask him to come into a side where he's been out with a leg break for so long. Taman saying, half our squad, they are not fit. No one is pressing or showing anything. I agree, we don't look fit. We look lost with ideas off the ball as well. Spencer saying that pen from Mo was terrible. Matt saying the Stuttgart manager has been linked to Liverpool, plays like Klopp. I've heard that. Spencer saying I think it can, Mad, sadly. I've heard the Shakhtar one, but again, you want the best in class. City got Pep Guardiola when he won everything with Barcelona. We got Klopp after he won the league. Like, Alonso seems the best fix. He's done stuff. Let's like, you don't come to Liverpool to find yourself. The best in class. They're showing off remaining fixtures here. Paris away Wednesday, tough. Fulham, we have to win at home. PSG, we're just going to have a write-off. Everton away, we can't lose at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Need to win your home games against Palace. Man United away used to be a fortress for us, but it's tough. I mean, our last 4 games against Man United, Chelsea, Villa and Brentford. We're currently 5th. Those last 4 games are against, as it currently stands, 3rd, 6th, 4th and 7th. All the teams around us. We need to be in a decent. We need to win a lot of those games against Everton and Fulham and Palace before that, because we could be in massive, massive trouble. Turkey saying embarrassing, has to go. Yeah, I think a lot of people will think I've had enough, it needs to go. Kathy saying, as a Liverpool fan who's new to the game, can Liverpool come back stronger from this terrible season? We can. We can do anything. That's what my biggest thing before this game started. We need to become doubters to believers once again. Arne Slot and this team this season have turned that completely on its head, and we've turned from doubters again, not believing that anything can be done. We should be going into that Paris game away from home thinking we can do a job on them. But unfortunately, from what we're seeing on the pitch, what's been said in the press, and what we're seeing week in and week out from performances and results, that isn't happening. So can this change? Yes. Is it with Arne Slot in charge and a few of these players? Probably not. And a lot of Man City fans going Wembley again, ole, ole, ole. And the funny thing is that Man United fans were comparing this to the 7-0 loss. Ha ha. The way this is going, I'm not confident that this will be able to beat the blue and white. So I completely agree. PSG aren't as good as this season, but Liverpool are absolutely shockingly bad. Totally agree. It's been an awful season, been an awful game. I've waited so long from my holiday and the international break to come back to that. We have a Champions League game Wednesday night against PSG. Must win for any hope of our season. I'm going to show you now for people on YouTube. There's a lot of you who aren't members. If you can, please join the Denty family, because we're here for every Liverpool game. And like I promised, there'll be a lot more videos coming out, whether it's the shorts, whether it's live reactions, whether it's videos. Same with you guys on TikTok. A lot of you in the chat today, very much appreciated, whether it's pro Liverpool or you're just here to laugh at us. Who are saying, want this to become a full-time thing, full-time job. I like making it for you. And if I'm going to sit through these games, good or bad, with the Liverpool shirt on, if you can help in any way, whether that's liking the videos, being involved, just being in the chat, knowing that we're going to be here for every game. So search up Ty Denty every time the Liverpool on, because we're going to be live on TikTok and on YouTube. Videos throughout the week as well. Like it, share it. If there's any donations, I'm not sure how it works on TikTok as much, but anything helps. You don't have to. Like I said, it just helps, because the goal is to grow this as big as can, be one of the biggest Liverpool channels and football channels in the world. Support the Mighty Reds. I just read that one from, if you bet on us to lose every game, we'd be a millionaire. Maybe that's what I'm going to have to do. I can't actually get that membership thing to show. So, but people know what to do. Press the join the membership, join the TikTok as well. It's been, I would say it's a pleasure. Mad, Spencer, everyone in the chat, you could people who are still in there, thank you for joining YouTube. Thank you for how well it's been on TikTok as well. We've had high numbers of you. Like I said, make sure you stick around for a lot more. And we'll be live Wednesday evening for the PSG game. It surely can't get any worse. Make sure to like and subscribe. Please donate. Please share.